Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. Cappers Nation Live. Tuesday, October 13th. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's like Monday Night Football all over again tonight. Bills and the Titans. Tuesday night NFL football. Sounds kind of weird to say, but I love it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for waiting. We're ready to rock, ready to roll this morning. Ready to rock and ready to roll. Alrighty. Matthew, how awesome was that doink last night? It was a pretty nice one. That is for sure. Definitely allowed us to cash a few more bets in our favor. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to do it all again today. Everybody that tuned in yesterday to the live show ended up going 2-1 on free plays. Nonetheless, I'm going to do it all again today. Another 3 games to break down. See if we can't squeeze in a fourth and take a little live look ahead into a little college action tomorrow if we get a chance as well. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody tuning in. The legend, Brad, Mike Roth, Agua Frost, what's going on? Good morning. Greg Engel, Stat Guap, Nick Rez, Peter Reyes. Family is doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Sophia Smith, Jalen, Mr. O'Neill, what is going on, my brother Pat? Stephen, a.k.a. Prantia in the house, what is going on? All is well here. Ben DeSwirt, what's going on? Michael, good morning. Tom, good morning. Neverez, good morning. Mike Brown, good morning. If I missed somebody, I do apologize. It's definitely not on purpose. Jeff, what's going on? Mark S. Mr. Brackens, Real Champ, good morning. Matthew B, what's going on? Amir, good morning. Doersen.com, good morning. Nego Nick, what's going on, brother? Reggie, good morning. Adam, good morning. Good morning, everybody, Cap Nation. Brandon, what is going on, my brother? What is going on? Alrighty. I'm ready to do it. Little Joff, what's up? Braves game was great. Yvonne, good morning. Glad W in the house. Braves game was a great game yesterday. Great game. Definitely had to twist the knife into the family. My family growing up, still to this day, major Dodger fans. And growing up, me being a Braves fan, it's always been a nice little, I got to get it in when I can, let me tell you. Got to get it in when I can, because it doesn't always end up in my favor when the Braves are facing the Dodgers. But nonetheless, we actually bet on them yesterday as well. Carlos said he had a small teaser on the over 43, the Saints money line. Very nice. Mark says, guess soccer is out. I doubt it. I don't think they shut down for one player. I think they've got some pretty good protocols set in place. But of course, it's got to be a high-profile player that gets it, right? Nonetheless. Speaking of soccer, I guess it's time. Not right now. I don't have one ready right now, but I guess it's, and somebody asked me yesterday that it's been a while since I put one out, so I guess it's time for me to get one for you guys. We had a nice little teaser as a premium play. Premium plays ended up going 2-1 yesterday. We got all those Saints points came a little late. NFL kickers costing us some money as well yesterday. Full recap of what we did yesterday for transparency. Mike Zeff says he lost $500 yesterday. Always make sure you're managing your bankroll and betting within your means, because losing days, they do happen. They do happen. And if you don't, that's when bad things happen. Real champ, there is no double up for 3-day sales. I never said 3-day packages get a double up. 1-year premium play packages get a double up. If you purchase a 1-year package that involves premium plays, you will get a double up. There is no buy 3 days, get 3 days free. None of that. Saints coming out flat yesterday to start. Saints coming out flat yesterday. They picked it back up for us in the end. Didn't cover the spread, but we got the total. Yeah, Nigo, the kicker screwed us and then saved us all at the same time. Mark, any games of mine, the game of the week? Well, if I have a game of the week, it's a special standalone game, much like Guaranteed Saturday or the Sunday NFL play. But as of right now, I don't have one, no. Maybe later in the week. Jeff, I did see him do it, Drew Brees, make a Drew Brees type of play. Connecting for that one long touchdown. That was actually nice to see. Yep, Chargers covered. Chargers did cover. It happens. It definitely happens. But yeah, if I decide to have a game of the week, it's always separate. And if I do, I will always let everybody know. I will always let you guys know. You guys are always the first to know when I do have one. It's just based on game schedules and what comes out. Jeff, it was the longest throw all season. Absolutely. Am I leaning towards a first quarter over? Well, we'll find out when we get to that game. We'll take a look. It's not always a given. We'll take a look at that total once we get to the NFL game. We'll get there. We'll get there. Premium plays ended up 2-1 yesterday. We'll take it. We'll take it. The only one we dropped, the Astros team total, which I thought we were going to get it late, over 3.5. I thought we were going to get it late, and unfortunately, we did not. Adam, if you have a game of the week, it's not. If I have a game of the week, our guaranteed games that come out with guarantees on them are never included in packages. They're always separate. But if I have one, I definitely let everybody know. But they're always standalone games, like our guaranteed Saturday and our Sunday NFL guaranteed play. How do I track where the money is being bet? I have a membership to Stats LLC, which is in our live odds service. So between the two of those, I'm able to see. Where can you see it as a general public? There's other websites out there. Some of them put out factual information. Some of them don't. Some of them guess. But we're linked in with our live odds service, right, to what's taking place at the books. Adam, when I do have one, they're normally $100 with our guarantee. But I didn't have one last week. If I don't feel confident enough to go out and absolutely just hammer the snot out of something and put 10, 12, 15 grand on a game, I won't have one. Just like anything, they're not 100%. Nothing in this world is. But I definitely make sure it's in our favor. And if I'm not feeling it and it ain't something that I'm willing to throw down on, I can't gamble with it. I won't do it with my money. Definitely won't do it with your money. But nonetheless, Tuesday, it's going to be another great day. It's going to be another great day today, and going to kick it up a notch today. Loved yesterday's live show. I know we were live for a long time yesterday. Somehow we found a way to shoot the shit for over 3 hours yesterday with 3 game day breakdowns. And I got a lot of text messages yesterday telling me people actually enjoyed the show and the conversations back and forth in between the live chat. So kudos to you guys who all participated in the live chat yesterday. You guys made it a lot of fun for a lot of people. And you know what? We ended up 2-1 from the live show. Free plays yesterday. Live show ended up going 1-1, I know, but we won the big one. Gave you guys a totals play on the Astros and Rays game over. We dropped that one. It was looking like we might have a chance for it there at the end of the game, and we didn't get it. But nonetheless, we dropped that one. We hammered the big premium play I gave everybody during the live show on the over in the Saints game. Everybody was going under. Everybody was on the under that we saw. Under this, under that, under this, under that. Under this, under that. We took the over, which was a nice premium play given to you guys for free, as well as the Atlanta Braves plus 1.5. They didn't even need the plus 1.5. Dog winning outright. So 2-1 on free plays yesterday. The premium plays, obviously we dropped the Astros team total. We hammered the over in the Saints game. Then we put out a teaser where we got the Saints over 42, and the Saints +1 on a 7.5 point teaser at Bet Online, the official odds and sports book of Cappers Nation Live. Randy C., what's going on? My adopted stepson is in the house. What's going on, Randy? Personal plays yesterday, a whole nother story. Expected some points from the Saints, exactly where we ended up. Expected their defense to step up a little more, which they did not. The best player on the Saints D last night was the goalpost. That's a fact. Or we could just say it was the Chargers kicker was the best defensive player on the entire Saints team last night. So I was rolling with the Saints laying 6.5. We dropped that one. No harm, no foul. Crazy. We were close. Close on a couple of them. Luckily, they were, it still sucks to lose, but I don't mind when they're a +100. It's not like you're getting killed on juice or anything like that. The first quarter over 10 was +100. Ended up 9 by virtue of a missed extra point by the Chargers. Oh, it goes back to those NFL kickers. Old NFL kickers doing it and doing it again to us. So we dropped that one. I know a lot of people actually had it at 9.5. I had it at 10, so I would have been just sitting on a push. But a lot of people would have squeaked in the win. So I dropped that one. Saints first half team total over 14.5. They didn't get it in the first half, unfortunately. And then the Saints team total over 28.5. We got that. Thank you, goalpost. Thank you, overtime. We got that one. Pat, missed extra points are a real deal. Prenti, I did say that the kicker would miss one. And the only reason why is because it was the Chargers. The Chargers kickers are just horrible. Horrible. But nonetheless, got another big day planned today. Buffalo and Tennessee going to square off tonight on CBS at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Atlanta and Los Angeles going at it again today at 3:05 my time. 6:05 on the East Coast. Jay Hugh, what's going on? And then we get the Rays and the Astros, Game 3. The Astros down 2-0. Definitely going to be a do or die today for the Astros. No doubt about it. So, a couple subjects, barbershop talk. You got the barbershop poll over there. Eventually, there'll be a real one hanging that way. When we get to this, we can turn it on and start spinning it. Alex says, good morning. What did I miss? Lost my ass on the Doyers. You should have watched the daily free play video yesterday. You would have got the Braves. But a subject that we do need to talk about. First of all, to the dipshit on Twitter, sending me a message saying, free plays the last couple days. ... with a frown. I don't know how free plays in the last couple of days warrant a sad face. Because if you can go 4-1 on free plays on Saturday, 2-1 on Sunday, 2-1 on Monday, even if you use California public school math, that's still 8-3. with the worst juice being minus $1.10. So I'd have to say that you're at least up 4.7 units if you're just betting straight bets one at a time. I don't know how that could be sad. If you could somehow fuck up 8-3 and think that free plays are frown face, then you probably shouldn't be betting in the first place. Because if you can screw that one up, then I don't know. Now, another subject we should talk about, because I've been seeing more and more of this, especially as our viewership grows, the participation grows, people commenting in the live chat, to people commenting on our videos. And I'm not singling anybody out. This is not to dog anybody. This is just straight real life and real life advice. And remember, take it for what it's worth. But if you're not betting correctly or appropriately or out of your budget, Alex, no need to. You know, maybe he got me confused with some other clown out there, you know. But a subject that is dear to my heart, because there's something that I hate. I hate when I see people looking for that Super Lotto ticket. I mean, I get it. The Mega Millions. If you're surfing YouTube, Twitter, as old President Bush would say, the Google, and you're looking for that Mega Millions lottery ticket for Tuesday night on sports, sometimes they're collegiate athletes, aka children in men bodies, or sometimes we're betting on professional athletes, sometimes children and man bodies as well. When it comes to gambling, it's not like you're gambling on marbles. It's not like you're gambling on a simulated game. Not that that shit was predictable either. But you're betting on human beings, which means human shit could happen. Mike Brown, what's the best day to buy a package during the week? Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. If you like making money on Tuesdays, buy a package on Tuesday. If you like making money on a Saturday, buy a package on Saturday. No difference. Brandon says get a package on Friday. That would be a wrong statement. That would be a 100% incorrect statement. Have somebody wait until Friday? We don't just make money on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That would be the wrong advice. But anyways, back to the subject at hand of managing your bankroll and not betting within your means. Brandon, for a 3-day package, why would Friday, Saturday, Sunday be any better for you? Because we make more money on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays than we do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That would be, again, an incorrect statement. Absurd says, morning, Kyle. People seem to forget the term any given Sunday. Look at Dak. Did he think he was going to break his foot that day? Anything can happen. You know, I've seen some comments out there the last couple days. I've kind of kept quiet on it. Got a funny email on it. And it wasn't about us hurting anybody, losing money for anybody, because especially if you're betting free plays, you're not losing any money. Free plays, you're definitely not losing money. You're on my personal plays, you're not losing any money. Premium plays had a couple off days. No big deal, especially if you're on the combo package. It all put everybody ahead. But if you're not managing your bankroll and betting properly, then you're doing this whole sports betting thing wrong. And I promise you, in the end, for you, it won't work out. Tate, good morning. When's the free picks down big time? Well, they're coming. Well, Brandon, again, that would be an incorrect statement because you said if you were to buy a 3-day package, which you're on a 2-year package, you would choose Friday because you love football. But I got news for you. There's football Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, again, if you guys are waiting until Friday to buy a package, you're missing the rest of the week. And just because there's more games, just so you know, I had more plays. I put out more plays on Monday than I did Saturday and Sunday for my personal plays, just so you guys know. Just because there's more games doesn't mean that there's more, more plays put out. That's a fact. So that's a big, misconception with people. Oh, there's more games, so we're going to put out more plays. No. The exact opposite. The exact opposite. Mark Nation says the only thing about the weekend is more betting options doesn't mean better betting options during the week. It's a fact. That is a fact. Thunder, no, I haven't talked about the Bills yet, but we will. But again, so like I get an email, and I'm not calling this individual out, and to be honest, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, excuse my language. I don't know who he is, to be honest. James, I'm getting your email regarding the Bet Online promotion. If you're watching, Mr. Harris, I did see your email. As soon as I get off the live show, I will get you set up. Scott says, talk about Titans. We will. Don't worry. We'll get there eventually. Man, get on with the picks. No, thank you. If you just want picks, buddy, go somewhere else. All right? This is the Barbershop Talk of Sports Betting. You must be new, so I'm going to give you a free pass before I give your ass the boot. You must be coming over from places like Odds HQ or SBR, where you just expect us just to go down the list. Here, let me give you some plays for the week, okay? Take the Bears, take the Bengals, take the Jaguars plus 3.5. Take the Falcons plus 3.5. Take the football team on the money line. The Eagles on the money line against the Ravens. The Browns on the money line against the Steelers. Even if Mayfield's not in, definitely take the Browns, okay? There's no line on the Texans yet, but definitely take the Texans. They must be really hot. Take the Dolphins against the Broncos. No, better yet, take the Broncos, okay? Take the Jets because Jets, that taxi cab driver I once took said take the Jets. Take Tom Brady and the Buccaneers because it's Tom Brady and you just got to take the GOAT, okay? And don't forget on Sunday Night Football, all right, we're going to go with the 49ers because they just got their ass slaughtered. I'm glad you think it's amazing, and I'm glad you love the picks that we put out. So next Monday, we've got 2 Monday Night Football games, all right? There's no lines on one of them, on the Chiefs and the Bills game, but whoever is the dog, take the dog and take the first half under, okay? And then for the evening game, the one that starts at 8:15 Eastern time, we're going to roll with the Cowboys, all right? And Mr. Redhead. The Cowboys and Mr. Redhead. All right? You want me to do college football next? College football, anybody? Well, Mark, to answer that question, because this is a question that's dear to my heart, on your package, if you're not profitable based on the numbers that we put out, not what you're betting, not what you're parlaying or what you're picking and choosing, but if you're not profitable based on what we put out, then we take care of you. But like I can tell you from your package, as of right now, like I know you have another day left on your combo package, but you already won the guaranteed max fight pick. You already won guaranteed Saturday, and you already won the big Sunday NFL play. So I can easily add up and figure out that now you should be down a little on premium plays, but you've made it up with my personal plays. So for instance, going into your 7th day, just for instance, you should be a tad bit on the positive side as of right now, plus the Saturday guaranteed play, the Sunday NFL play, and the UFC max fight pick, which you should always be betting a lot more than you do the individual ones. But yeah, it's a collective thing. You didn't buy an individual premium play package or an individual personal play package. It's a package. It would only be fair to do it by package. Stat Co-op, I love it. Marcus, my top 5 plays for Saturday, they were the 5 plays I won this last Saturday. If you want me to get to next Saturday, we're going to have to wait a couple days. We still got a couple games to break down before we get there. Yeah, Real Champ. We base it off of the numbers that we put out. We base it on the numbers that we put out. You pick and choose. I could lead the horse. You know, let's just say I put out 3 plays, but you only choose to bet 2 of them. And you go 1-1 and you get juiced out, but the rest of us go 2-1. I led the horse to the water. I can't make you drink it, okay? I can't make you drink the water, that's for sure. But if I take you 2-1, or, you know, let's just say we put out 9 games in a week and we go 6-3 and we're profitable, right? But you only bet 6 of those games because you only liked 6. Well, no offense, but I don't care what you like. I care what I'm putting out and what I'm actually betting. What you like or what you pick and you choose has no bearing to me. But if you go 3-3 because you only bet 6 of the 9 games that I gave out, but yet I went 6-3 and you went 3-3 because you were picking and choosing, whose fault would that be? Would that be yours or would that be mine? Because I put out the right plays. I put out the right stuff. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Yeah, oh boy. See you later. So easy just to hit the boot button. World Rank, no, I'm not spicy at all. I'm actually in a great mood. I can lead the horse to the water, but I can't make him drink it. You know what I mean? Same thing. You know, and I get it. People, you know, sometimes don't like what we put out. That's okay. You know, that's okay. But that's... And Nico says, Nick says, if you're paying for service, you got to take it all. Don't question the shit for that bet yourself. Nathan says, why would you pay for plays and not play them? You know, I can understand both sides. Sometimes, I mean, you guys are smart individuals as well. You guys analyze the games. Hell, you guys see angles that I miss sometimes. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm nowhere near 100%. Nobody is. So to answer that statement, you know, some people won't take one because they don't want to bet against their favorite team or... you know, for whatever reason. But again, if I provide a winning service and you're picking and you're choosing, and I'm not singling anybody out because Real Champ didn't say that he did that. I'm just bringing up an example. When we put out a guaranteed Saturday or the big Sunday NFL play, we put a guarantee on it that if we don't win, we give you the next one free. But let's go over this last week. Well, we took Carolina plus the points, okay? But hypothetically speaking, say we took an over and you decided to bet the first quarter over, the first half over, which some of you guys do, and sometimes it pans out because that happened 2 weeks ago. But if we put out the over on the game and you bet the half, the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, and none of those hit except the actual game, and you lose money because you made 5 wagers plus a bunch of in-game wagers, and you come crying to me saying, I didn't make any money, and I'm going to say, how? We put out our biggest NFL game of the week, and it won by a country mile, and you lost. I never gave you those. It wouldn't be fair for me to have to apply our guarantee and our little warranty for mistakes somebody else is making on their own. Jeff made a very good thing. I know Jeff picks and chooses. I actually give him a Bloody Mary. Sounds great, man. I could use a Bloody Mary right now. I know Jeff picks and chooses. Sometimes it costs him. Sometimes it saves him. You guys are all grown adults, men, women. If you're a child, please leave. You guys are all very capable to pick and choose whatever you want or fade or follow. You know, no different. And Jeff says, I pick and choose, but I'll never say a thing to Kyle. He also said, players can't say shit if they pick and choose, especially if they're winning. By all means. But it happens. It happens. And if you're buying our picks, that's what it is. No coffee on the desk. No, I got a coffee, unfortunately. I wish it was a Bloody Mary. If I had a Bloody Mary in it, man, I'd have some celery, some green beans, some asparagus, a big old stick of bacon, or maybe 3. Remember, I'm fat. I like my bacon. And remember, if you're betting our plays, if you're going to do a parlay, that fucker better be small. I mean, that sucker better be a small parlay. Okay? If you do a parlay on our plays and it hurts your bankroll because you lost a parlay or you ruin a winning day, you're doing this whole thing wrong. Okay? If we put out 3 plays and you bet them all as a parlay and then you don't bet them straight up and you lose but we go 2-1, you did it wrong. Parlays are fun to hit. They're addicting because they pay well. Okay? I get it. I understand. I'm guilty of doing them too. but they won't ruin a winning day. That's for sure. Mark, I want one with the little cheese. Ooh, now we're talking with little cheeseburgers on top. Now, back to the subject at hand where I was talking about money management. You know, I get an email, and from time to time, you know, we get some random emails. People think that they're emailing into the Super Lotto or the Mega Millions, looking to see if we can give them that ticket. And I don't know who this guy is. Never spoke to him. Email's not in our system. And if he's watching, I'm not just calling you out. I'm just speaking, and I'm not going to say your name or your email. I pounded it, I hammered it, I didn't make any easy money. Well, first of all, if you hammered and pounded our free plays and you didn't make any easy money, being 8-3 in the last couple days, then again, you did something really wrong. I lost another $55 because he bet the Astros over. But this is the part. And all that does, I don't even care about that part. There's a key statement in there. It says, I've got $300 left to my goddamn name, and this is the only hope as a poor person to win some money. This email is probably incorrect, and it's probably not true. But if for some reason it is true, and you only have $300 in that pot to piss in, you shouldn't be betting. You shouldn't be betting. So in typical Kyle fashion, I said that you should probably take some time off, reevaluate life, maybe get another job. He didn't take too kindly to it. I also said that if you're gambling to try and make ends meet, you probably and might have a problem. And I referred him to the National Gamblers Hotline and gave that number if he needs help. Because I don't want to see anybody. And if this is a true story and a true statement, if you've got $300 left to your name, go use that to make sure that you survive. Go get a job, get another job, go get help, save it for some food. As Jay Hugh just said, don't bet it on sports. And definitely don't buy a package. Because if you come to me with $300 and you let me know it, I'm going to refund your money and I'm going to send your ass on your way because I ain't going to help you. I'll help you get help. I promise you one thing. Absurd, see, I go back and forth. I bet for a living. I know a lot of individuals that bet for a living. But we have it under control. But for the most part, 99% of sports bettors, it's for recreation or to supplement your income, not a full income. For me, it's full income. Jeff says, take the $300, bet the Dodgers. Rody, what's going on? Daniel, good morning. And I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's a true story or not. But again, I don't want to see anybody ever get into a bad spot in life, especially because of gambling. And I will promise you one thing. Betting on sports, it ain't the poker table. All in wins. How many times do you see it? It's because you get to make it all the way to the river when you go all in pre-flop. All right? All in always wins. It's because you get to draw all the cards. Increases your odds, usually. Not in sports betting. All in, you usually never win. Okay? All in, you usually never win. Mark Nation says he has enough for the combo package. Yeah, if you only have $300 left to your name, go buy the combo package. We'll worry about your bets later. But here's Ron Crawford. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. But here's a fact that everybody needs to realize. It doesn't matter if you've just got $300 to your name or you've got $300K in the bank. If your bankroll doesn't support betting at your current time, just don't bet. You want to follow along, you want to have some fun. You know, there's other things that you can do to enjoy sports or the sports betting atmosphere other than betting. But one thing that I promise you, because if you are this individual or maybe this same situation applies to you, and I understand. But if this situation applies to you where you send me an email saying you only have $300 to your name, don't bet on sports. Take some time off. Use that money, as JU said. Save it for food. Or a pair of shoes, because maybe you need to put those boots to the ground and have them make you some money somehow. But one thing that I do promise you is the games are never going away. Sports betting is never going away. So if you do it when the time is right and your financial situation calls for it, I promise you one thing, you'll have a better experience. And I promise you, we ain't going away. I promise you, we're not going away. Bo King. You know, so I take that dear to heart. Does he have a GoFundMe page? You guys are killing me. I'll ask him. And by the way, all those picks that I read down the list, those were sarcastic picks. All right? If you take what I just said to that one douchebag serious, then you might want to erase all of that you just scratched down. But again, that's my subject on that, guys. And it's not even a rant because, you know, I just don't want to see anybody in bad spots. And again, I don't know if that email is true. I don't know if it's not. I don't know if he was just being an asshole. Hell, it could be another service. They come in here all the time. But again, if you only got $300, you know, in that pot to piss in, then don't do it. I mean, I could easily tell somebody, absurd. Jalen, what's the odds you just went 9-0? It would be very hard because I gave out the dogs. I could have easily just said, hey, you only got $300 to your name. Buy a package and we'll work on the other two. No way. I don't, trust me, I'm not hurting for money. If you guys sign up, great. If you don't, it's not going to affect what happens, I promise you. Might make my retirement a little bit bigger, but I'm betting on the games anyway, so I'm making money regardless. Oh my Lord, look what the cat just drug in. Stop the show, stop the press. The Lord has blessed us with Curtis has gone fishing tash. Curtis, my brother, I haven't seen you in the live chat in quite some time. I hope you're doing well and doing great. And doing fantastic. The cat dragon in and OG are here. Curtis has been with us watching the live shows since we were getting 10 people on a Thursday afternoon. Ronald Brown says, hey, brother, did wonderful yesterday. Brought the Saints down to -2. The over and moneyline Atlanta parlay killed it. Just bought your package yesterday. It was good enough. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mike Smith said, asking Jeff a question. What gives you the confidence that you're picking the right ones? I agree with slamming the guaranteed plays. Mac, how can you get in contact with me? If you want to email me directly, it's kyle@cappersdirect.com, or you can always email the company, and there are emails on the website at cd@cappersdirect.com, but mine is Kyle, and I'll put it in the comment section, kyle@cappersdirect.com. You can always DM me on Twitter as well. And for everybody that doesn't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. I do post extra free plays from time to time on Twitter. Mark S., thank you for the tweet on Twitter. Said, loving the live shows and the great picks. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that and appreciate you being on board. And we'll make sure that you're profitable, and we'll make sure that you're making money on your package as well. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, now's probably the time for you to follow me on Twitter. If you're looking for the link to it, it's at CapNationKyle. Here you go. For the record, Jeff, I wasn't on the Astros plus 1.5. We took the over in the team total. Jay Hugh, we do have Instagram, but we don't use it. There's a page there, and you guys keep following us. But there's nothing up there. We need to start doing it. It's at Cappers Direct, but there's nothing there. We probably should, because we actually have a really big following on Instagram. Apparently, Instagram's very popular. Oh, not last night. Yes, correct. The other night, game 1. Nathan, do I have a MySpace account? Yes. But Tom says it's no good anymore, so we don't use it. Mike Brown says says John Mario, stick around. I got on Saturday morning and been hooked ever since. You know, John, thank you. I missed your comment after I posted the link to my Twitter account. It says that you're new here. Thanks for having me. Great info. You know, here's the thing with us. We're different than any other sports betting show that you're going to find. Okay? Do we break down the games? Yes. Do we give out free plays? Yes. Do I give out every free play that we could give, every angle on the board? No. We just don't. But what we do, we break down the games. You get to see it from a side where I actually bet the games. I bet every game that I give out. It doesn't matter if it's a premium play, my personal play, free play. If I advise you guys to bet it, I'm actually betting it myself. Okay? We may be a slower paced show. We went live for over 3 hours yesterday. We broke down 3 games. We didn't spend an hour on every game. Hell, we didn't spend an hour and 15 minutes, 45 minutes, and an hour on the other one. We probably spent an hour and a half on the games. Maybe an hour. But we do have the barbershop poll in the corner for the reason, and there's actually a real one that will be up there. I promised everybody I'd have the real one up this week, and we'll have it up there. We're like the barbershop talk of sports betting, all right? We're the barbershop of sports betting, where we talk about everything here, from life to somebody having babies, to fishing, to hunting, to just about any subject. The only things we don't discuss, politics, religion, and how much money is in your bank account or not in your bank account. Because all of those 3 have no bearing on the show and matter nothing to me. I don't care if you vote Republican, Democrat, or you find somebody and you vote right down the middle. And if you can't decide on who to vote, I think everybody should vote. That's your God-given right. But if you can't find somebody to vote, just pencil my name in, all right? Pencil my name in. Maybe we'll have a couple hundred Kyle Johnson for presidents in there. Yeah, to Adelitas and the Tijuana Turtle races. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion, because I don't care who you pray to or who you don't pray to. But whoever you do pray to, just add in the gambling gods with it, okay? Now, your bank account. We don't talk about your bank account, how much money you have in it, or how much money you don't have in it. Again, I don't care. I don't care if you don't have a pot to piss in. We'll try and change that. That part I do care about, all right? I don't care if you got a lot of pots to piss in. It makes no difference to me. It's not an ego thing. I don't care if you bet $5 on games. I don't care if you bet $50,000 on games. Or if you're like my buddy Tony in Florida that comes in and bets $100K on a free play. Makes no difference to me what you guys bet or what you don't bet. Or to the people that are here that are just here for the live chat. We get a lot of people in here that are in here just for the live chat, the conversation, the fun atmosphere that we have, the interactive atmosphere that we have, and they're actually not even betting on sports. I see the messages come in telling me that all the time, and I absolutely love it. Jalen says America would get out of debt in no time with Kyle as our commander-in-chief, right? Jeff says we got enough little Kyles rolling overseas. No comment. Henry says, I pray to win. You're praying to the right person then. Do I have a TikTok? Yeah, you want to see me twerk it on TikTok, right? Mike Brown says, to me, it's all about how you bounce back. Anybody could bet when they're up a bunch of money. You know, and that's one thing that I pride myself in is the monster bounce backs that we have. You know, it's one of the things that I pride ourselves in is the bounce backs. Everybody knows the bounce backs are sweeter than the losses here. That's a fact. Real Champ says, stimulus part 2 with Kyle. Give us the money, right? When you guys all get that stimulus, because we know it's coming soon, all right? When you all get that $1,200 per person, you best be buying a year package, and it will double it, right? No, I don't care what you guys do with it. I hope you use it smartly. Roddy, is it possible I could cash app you for one solid good pick today? Sorry for the question, but worth a shot. It's money for you, partner. No. Sorry, because what happens if I have, 2 plays and I give you the loser and you didn't get all of them? But you could feel free to sign up for a package. And one thing that I definitely don't do is I don't take things in on the side from the company. I got to tell you. I mean, you guys can see the logos in the corner and on the screen. The Cappers Direct logo, I don't own Cappers Direct. I work for them. I'm just an employee. I'm just the shop bitch, as I like to say. But I got to tell you, these guys take so good care of me. I mean, trust me, I've had offers to, hey, can you buy a year package? I'll Venmo you the cash. I'll give it to you in person when I see you at the casino. I'll take payment for the company, but I turn everything in, I'm definitely a very loyal person to the company. This company is amazing. The individuals that I get to work with here, trust me, I've worked at some other services. Ooh, hot diggity dog. Night and day here compared to what's out there. There's no broiler room here. There's no cold calling here. There's no, hi Joe, can you bet on today's games? You got the lines ready for today's games? What do you normally bet? A couple hundred, nickel, dime. I know the whole works. I know how the industry works. I've been there. No cold calling here, no upsells, no games, no gimmicks. None of that stuff here. I love where I work, man. These guys take great care of me. It's a killer family to be involved with. The YouTube stuff is just my pet project. YouTube started out a couple years ago, guys, because here's the thing is I didn't have to make the videos. I didn't have to do YouTube or anything like that. My salary from the company is for my expert knowledge. I don't get paid to do YouTube. YouTube is just something I do for fun. YouTube I do, it's my pet project. I don't get paid by the company to sit on YouTube and chit-chat with you guys or make the daily free play videos. That was actually just something that I said I was going to do one day. I said, you know what? So I'm going to make a video and put it on YouTube. They told me I was flipping stupid. I work for some old-ass people, let me tell you. I work for some old-ass people. Old school, too. And they're like, yeah, good luck. Don't waste your time. Jay Shep, how did I get into this line of work? Dumb luck. Random. Been in it forever. Brandon, they've actually brought in more than thousands to the company. But yeah. It's been a fun ride. I should TikTok a money dance when we hit a guaranteed play. Hey, how about those little videos, all right? Those little promo videos of, the people celebrating. We're getting to TikTok, all right? We're getting to TikTok. We'll get there soon. I'll have to have my 4-year-old show me some dance moves because let me tell you, I got 2 left feet and they're both severely flat-footed, okay? I got 2 left feet and they're severely flat-footed. About the only thing that I can do is, I got the twerk down, all right? I got the booty shake down. Every time there's a couple songs that we're out in the boat, in the wake, wake surfing, it comes on. But yeah, I love doing what we get to do on YouTube, and the YouTube thing's just a pure bonus for me. Now, the Cappers Nation brand, that's something that I started. Absurd live free picks is a good foot in the water, building confidence in the picks you provide. Jeff, did I just raise the roof? We're raising the roof. We're raising the roof in here. Mike Brown says, wow, Kyle, you're honest as they come. I think that's why I'm a loyal listener. I've learned more in 4 days on here than 4 years betting on games. DJ, so you're a twerker. That'd be a funny sight. It's about the only move. I get my wife to laugh in the boat. Put it on cruise control and let it rip. Let it rip. A little twerk in the chair right now. Let it rip. Jeff says his better half is so lucky. Hey, I remember sitting live in the airport in, I don't even remember where the hell we were. We had a layover. I think we were in Denver. And we were live. And all Jeff wanted to see the wife on the live stream. I think she even came on and said hello. The WAP dance anytime soon. I want you to know the WAP was going on at my son's wedding on Saturday. The wife can do it. I can't. My wife can do it. I can't. Jaden Gross, what's your free pick? What do you think about the Bills? I haven't given out any free plays, and we'll get to that when we get to that. Kyle is a smoker. Confirmed I don't smoke. Maybe an edible or two, but I don't smoke. Real Champ says, Jaden, relax. Games haven't even started yet. Games have definitely not started. What did I study in college? What is it? We will get to the games, I promise you. Yes, we were flying to New Orleans, but I think we had a layover in Denver is what it was. What did I study in college? Business. Business. Clown tossing. We did do some clown tossing. Christopher Bear, he's busting his ass out of the basement. There we go. That's the best one. That's the best one right there. Absurd. What kind of boat do I have? I have 2. I've got a fishing boat. I got a little bass boat, and then I've got a wake surf boat. I've got a Tiger. I've got a Tiger Z3, a little 23-foot, not little, but 23-foot surf boat. And then I've got a little aluminum, not little, but 17-foot Triton aluminum Magnum 17 with a little 115 Mercury Pro XS to go fishing in the river in my little river fishing boat. Jim P, LOL, I just woke up and didn't want to miss this live. What are your thoughts on the Rays game and the Bills game? Good morning. Good morning, Jim. Thanks for joining us. We'll definitely get to that. We're still shooting the shit and having a little fun. Jay Hughes says Kyle graduated from CNU, Cap Nation University. That's kind of like Cardone University, right? For Grant Cardone. Jeff S says, see, this turned into a question and answers. Very good, and we'll that's what we'll do. We'll stick to the question and answers, and we'll throw the torque in a little bit later. The Prog says, any advice to become a successful, better long-term? Yes. Money management, money management, money management, consistency, consistency, consistency. If you're not consistent, you're going to lose. If you don't manage your money, you're going to get hammered. Consistency, money management. Consistency, money management. Consistency, money management. And third and final, pick winners. Pick winners, pick winners. And if you don't pick winners, bet the opposite. The last part, kind of like a joke. Maurice, how's the foot? The foot is actually doing better, doing real well. It actually the slice that I sliced when I filleted the bottom of my foot has definitely healed. Healed great. And I'm actually going to get on my Peloton bike, fit my feet in those tight-ass little shoes. I don't know if you guys have ever biked. I bought a Peloton bike for the house, and I've always mountain biked and stuff like that, but I've never had the click in and, the bike shoes, some weird ass shoes. I put them on in the bedroom and tried walking all the way to where we have it in the workout room, and I tried walking some bike shoes. It's like next to impossible. Mike Brown says, want to fish for real? Come to Michigan sometime. Best around fishing is no doubt great there. I was just up at Lake Erie in Sandusky, Ohio, not too long ago. A couple years ago fishing. Jeff wants to know, screw the foot, how's the wifey? Wifey's doing good. Wifey's doing good. Christopher Cottrell, good morning. Absurd says, nice, just bought a houseboat. Is next on the list. I have a lake a quarter mile down the road. Very nice, Absurd. What lake do you live next to? Jay Shep says Louisiana's got the best fishing. You guys, for everybody tuning in that does know, I'm a huge fisherman. And again, Cap Nation Live, we will get to the games. I promise you, we're going to make it profitable just like we always do. Andre, how's grandma? How's great? We'll talk about that story because I guess there's more to it, figuring it out. We'll talk about grandma and her naked intruder at the hotel at the wedding over the weekend. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But we will break down all three games on the board today. We're going to break down Bills and Titans, Rays and the Astros, Braves and the Dodgers. We'll put you guys on free plays again. And remember, we're not all about the get straight to the point and just give you every side of the game 3 different directions, okay? That shit we'll just leave for SBR and those people and the other shows that are out there, okay? No knock to them. I'm sure they provide a great service to all the viewers. But that's just not the way that we roll. That's just not, how we operate. We like to have fun, and I love to converse with you guys. Because let's be honest, I'm not getting paid to do the show, but I'm getting paid to work. So I'm actually getting paid, to sit here and hang out on YouTube. So while we're on company time, let's enjoy it. All right, let's enjoy it. So Andre wants to know, how is grandma? For everybody that doesn't know, I was at a wedding this weekend. It's my son's. Okay. Wow, what a time! Amazing wedding. So we were down in some shithole town called Florence, Arizona, not the Florence, Alabama. I mean, Florence, Alabama is a whole nother story. But I give Florence, Alabama more props than Florence, Arizona. All right? At least Florence, Alabama's got a Logan's and an Applebee's and, real shit. They both got crime, but, Anyways, so we're in this shithole town. There's one hotel. My parents are in their giant 43-foot RV, like 10 miles outside of town. All right, I'll get the frozen screen fixed. So Saturday and Sunday. If you guys watch the live show Saturday and Sunday, I literally drove back every morning just for the live show. And then I'd go another hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes doing 90 miles an hour back to the hotel or back to where the wedding was. And wedding goes great. Wedding's fun. The booze is flying. People are drinking. It's all a great time. Wedding's over. Time to go back to the hotel. I know I got to be up at the butt crack of dawn so that way I can film Sunday's video here. So I get up and I leave at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:15 in the morning. I'm out the door, on the road, on the highway, hauling ass to the office to come film for you guys. And during the live show, I get a text message that Grandma, which is my wife's grandmother, had an intruder in her room. In her room. A naked man in her bed. Of course, Jeff, open bar. Always open bar. So, guess Grandma got a knock at the door. She knew she was leaving early. She was kind of disorientated. She's old. She's 80-something years old. Somebody's banging at the door. Open and let me in. So, Grandma being Grandma in the middle of the night opened the door without looking out the peephole. I mean, come on, Grandma. You got to look out the peephole. But she didn't. She opened the door and she saw a naked man standing at her door, so she screamed. Probably hasn't seen one in quite some time, so she screamed. And he barged his way in. He pushed the door open. She almost fell, which is probably a good thing because, she's 80-something years old, brittle, and, she hung onto the door and didn't fall. Well, this guy marched straight into bed and got into her bed butt-ass naked. So I guess Grandma didn't have her teeth in. She's wearing a very large, oversized gown, so, things are, flopping out and, doing all that kind of stuff. So she runs to my in-laws' room, which is, I guess, just a couple doors down. We're, like, way at the end of the hall. And we've got they've got a couple suites on each floor, and I got my wife and my little one. My little one loves a bathtub, so I got the big jacuzzi suite one. So we're at the end of the hall, and keep in mind, I'm already gone. This happened, I guess, at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I left at 3:15, so this happened like 45 minutes after I left. So Grandma ran to my in-laws' room, banging on his door, screaming. Her son comes out, and she's like, "There's a naked man in my room. There's a naked man in my bed." And so he's like, "All right, well, where's your hotel key?" "It's on my nightstand." She walked out of the room and he closed the door. They had vivid details. The details that are coming in are pretty insane. So they call the police. Police show up. Pinal County Sheriff show up, or whatever it is, show up. And they finally get the guy or they got a key from the front desk. They get the guy to come out at gunpoint. The guy's butt-ass naked and has no clue where he's at. He thinks he's in his own room, wondering what the hell's going on. And lo and behold, this is the funny shit. Lo and behold, Greg, the state prison is literally 1 mile down the road. The state prison's right there. That's the funny thing. I guess his girlfriend is my now daughter-in-law's or my daughter-in-law's bridesmaid. It was her boyfriend. And apparently he was roaming the halls butt-ass naked because he was pissed drunk, stumbled into his room because I guess they were drinking out by the pool. until like 3 something in the morning, passed out, thought he was going to the bathroom, walked outside, walked out, what he thought was to the bathroom, but instead he walked into the hallway. The door clicks and it's locked behind him. And he was, pissed drunk, walking around looking for his door, couldn't figure out his door, was banging on the door, what he thought was his, except he was on the opposite side. His actual room was 3 down from us, but he was at the very end, 3 down from the other end. So this poor kid nearly got arrested. The only reason he didn't get arrested is because she didn't press charges, but she didn't know who he was. But she didn't press charges, but he did not get arrested. And this poor kid, you do that, you're going to get more than just assault charges if you're involved being butt ass naked. You remember your first beer, right? And I guess the walk of the shame that next morning. And the funny thing here's the funny thing. The sheriffs delivered him back to his girlfriend. He was butt ass naked with a towel around him. And all they told the girlfriend was he was in some other woman's room. They didn't tell him that it was her best friend's new grandma, who's 80-something. And that he barged in there and pushed his way in. So I guess he woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, or 6 o'clock in the morning. They woke up so that they could start to pack to leave. And the girlfriend thought he was cheating on him with another woman. Full on Jerry Springer bullshit. So he actually thought that, or she actually thought that he was cheating on him with another woman. Finally, she found out from my now daughter-in-law on what really happened. Yeah, Jeff, I'm right there with him. So that's the story, and yeah, Ruben, no joke right there. That is an offender charge right there. 100%. 100%. And the crazy thing is, I missed it all by like 40 minutes. I missed it all by 40 minutes. That's the crazy thing. But I'm kind of glad that I missed it because, and I'm glad it wasn't my room. But then again, I would have looked out the peephole anyways. And I'd have been like, hey, Ross, go back to your room, buddy. And for the kid's sake, I don't know much about him. I know he's a good kid. He's a hard worker, and he's young, and that's something, a stupid mistake like that can definitely alter the course of a life, that's for sure. 21 to 23, Jeff, absolutely. Mine's 22. His now wife is 22. So yeah, they're 22, 23. Exactly, Bobby, exactly. So he was lucky. He was lucky that she didn't press charges. Now, if you burst into my room, it might be a whole different story because I'm usually strapped packing. Especially with my little one in there. And my wife. But anyways, that's a funny story about Grandma Andre asking about old Grandma. But that's the fun, and it was funny. The rest of the story came in last night. We started hearing that he actually was trying to find the bathroom and walked out thinking he was finding, the bathroom. Absurd. Open bar is dangerous, right? Open bar is definitely dangerous. Definitely dangerous. But we can all laugh about it now. My wife keeps sending her grandma pictures of naked people streaking down the street or naked people running just to tease her. But the funny thing is grandma didn't have her teeth in and nobody knew that she didn't have teeth. Nobody knew that grandma had dentures. And apparently Grandma didn't have her teeth in. Those were on the nightstand with her key. So the story just keeps getting better and better and better. But anyways, I love the barbershop talk. I love the questions and answers. As Jeff was saying, turned it into a little question and answer. Eric says, thanks for the free play last night with the over on the Saints game. You're very welcome. Christopher Bayer says he'd be wearing hollow point if that was my room. That's a fact. Jay Hughes says, good thing Grandma wasn't strapped. Exactly. And Bobby, not knowing your limitations is dangerous. You know, and of course the kid says he doesn't remember anything, you know, but of course I probably would lie too if that was me. I don't remember anything. Because I can tell you, I was in the Navy and I have been piss drunk in more foreign ports than most people could ever imagine. I've been carried on the ship. I've been told that I had to do it on my own free will or I would be in trouble. So I've crawled and crawled and crawled and crawled. And I still remember everything that I've ever done. Every stupid thing I've ever done while being pissed drunk in the Navy. Or every bright idea that we thought we had. Regardless of the outcomes that may have transpired after the fact, I remember everything. So that's the funny story. That's that. But you know what? We've got money to be made. If you guys have questions or anything like that, I'll be more than happy to answer everything along the way. I love the format of the show, and we have a great time. So Bobby says this guy has done something, done this before. Trust me, or something else just as dumb. I agree. That I agree. Danny D-Rock, good morning, says, how about them Braves? Absolutely getting the job done yesterday. I want you to know who knows? Maybe they lose 4 straight down the stretch, which I don't think. But I had to get my money's worth with my mother, who's a huge Dodgers fan, and family, cousins, and my aunts and uncles that are all season ticket holders. And so, of course, I had to rub some salt in, and try and get a little Braves love. Chop on, baby. Mike Brown says, Dad and his 8 brothers, all Navy. You rock. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was the poster boy. Join the Navy, see the world. I saw a lot of the world, let me tell you. I seen bars and such far-off places that you'd never expect. Ruben says, I'm sure we all have some dumb drunk stories, but that one was up there. That was definitely a good one. Brandon pissed your rack in Guam, huh? And drinking with the Russians. See, we went to Vladivostok. We were one of the first ships to go to Vladivostok in like 20 years or 15 years or 10 years, whatever it was. But we went to Vladivostok in Russia. So I got a drink with them right there. The only thing is we had to wear our pretty white uniforms. Andre says, the Braves look scary right now. Dodgers better beware. Kershaw is pitching today. The Braves are scary. And I told you guys, before the playoffs started, it's about who peaks at the right time. It's all about who peaks at the right time. The Braves are peaking. Let me be the first to say it again. The Braves are definitely peaking at the right time. Now, maybe they go cold. But the Braves pitching has been absolutely outstanding. Brandon, you had to do the walk of shame with your mattress all the way to the pier. Yeah, that would be a tough one. But yeah, Kershaw and Anderson are pitching today. We'll break down this game first. We'll go over this one first. We did put out a daily free play on this one for everybody. All right, we did put out a daily free play out on this one for everybody in the daily free play video. Bobby Munoz says the Dodgers are definitely not going away quietly. I agree. The Dodgers are going to get swept more than likely not. If you play enough close games with the Dodgers, eventually you're going to get beat. It was a close game until the ninth. I mean, it was a close game the entire game. Freddie Freeman with that home run in the first. Again, people ask me all the time. Somebody asked me yesterday on Twitter, what do I think about the no run in the first inning? My buddy hammered the snot out of him last week. Well, if you follow me and you pay any attention to anything that I ever say, there's nobody that loves no run in the first or the draw option if you have it than me. I probably love it the most. I'm over an extra $30,000 in this shortened baseball season by betting no run or draw in the first inning. I cleaned up on it. But there's 3 teams in baseball that I will never bet a no run in the first. It's a gimme. I don't care who the pitchers are. The LA Dodgers, the Atlanta Braves, and the Yankees. The Yankees are gone. So that leaves the Dodgers and the Braves. Well, shit, they're playing each other. So, not betting no run in the first. Any one of these 2 teams, and it doesn't matter who's pitching. It doesn't matter who's pitching. It could be Bueller, it could be Max yesterday, it could be Anderson today and Kershaw today. Either one of them is capable of giving up a long ball to one of the starting 3. Heaven forbid one of them gets a hit or a walk and they don't end up with that double play and they get to the cleanup spot. Even more deadly. Every one of the first 4 Braves batters are capable to put one over the wall. No different for the Dodgers. The draw is actually usually a little bit more juice. It's not closer to even money. The draw is usually, let's just say if there's no run in the first and it's minus 130. The draw will usually be minus 145 or 150. It's usually 15 to 20 cents more. Depending on the book, sometimes a little bit more. What it is when you're taking a first inning bet and you're betting no run in the first inning. Let's take yesterday's Braves and Dodgers game, for example. If you bet no run in the first inning, when the second batter for the Braves came up, Freddie Freeman, who bats second, right behind Acuna Jr., when Freeman came up, he had a home run. If you bet no run in the first, you automatically lost your bet when the second batter was up with only 1 out in the top of the first. Your bet's done, you lost. The books are saying, see you later. Mike, you're okay, brother. You're okay. I know you're trying to help out. But when you bet that there's a draw, the way that you have a draw at the end of the first inning is that they're tied. It could be 0-0. It could be 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4. As long as they're tied. It means they're tied. It's a draw. When you have a draw option, it gives you more opportunities to cash a ticket. Not that it would have helped you in the Atlanta Braves game because it was 1-0 after the Freddie Freeman home run and after the first inning. But so many times this year, we would bet it, the draw option, they'd get a run in the first or 2 runs in the first, and then the other team, the home team, would come up to bat in the bottom of the inning, and they would end up tying the game. Now, if they don't tie the game, you lose. But if they tie the game, you win. Whereas normally, no run in the first, you automatically lose as soon as that first run comes in the top of the inning. Now, if it's 0-0 after, the first 3 outs, and they go to the bottom of the inning and somebody scores, it's not going to be a draw, you lose. The draw bet is just another option and another avenue to increase the percentage of you having a winning bet. because a lot of times it's tied after one inning. 1-1, 0-0. Obviously more 0-0s than anything. 2-2. If you take a look at scores, they're tied up after one a lot more than they are no run in the first. So it's just another avenue of how to bet. It's like taking no run in the first and putting it on steroids. The latte is empty and ice cold. So, back to this one. Back to this one at hand. And what we've got today. This is a 6:05 Eastern time game. I got a sneeze coming. Try not to sneeze on the live show. I don't want to have a corona scene. No, I don't have coronavirus. Shouldn't even joke about that. Ruby, would 0-0 count as a draw? Absolutely. 0-0 is a draw. 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, 6-6. Anything tied after one. Anything tied would be a draw. That's the best thing about it. And guys, I always bet the no run in the first. I didn't even know the draw existed until I started looking. All right, I'm not the biggest proposition bettor. Props are like slot machines. When you walk through the casino, they're absolutely everywhere. And they're there for a reason, because the books make money. John, thank you. I know you're one of the my international clients. I think you're in New Zealand. I have actually I have quite a few clients from Australia, New Zealand, and your neck of the woods. But I will be reaching out. I will send you a message. I actually saw your phone number that you emailed in, as well as what's in your account, matches up, and I'll be reaching out, and I'll let you know it's me, and we'll get you on my personal place as well. And thank you for signing up. Thank you for jumping on board. We'll have a nice big winning day today. But I usually send out the plays during the week after the live show. I know it's late for you guys. I know Brad's from Australia. If Brad's still tuning in, Brad usually goes to bed. Because I try and make sure that my international clients get the games first, because I know the time zone. Never made it to New Zealand, but I've been to Australia a bunch when I was in the Navy. Even went to New Caledonia, that little French-owned island off the east coast of Australia. Never made it to New Zealand, though. One day. Lamont, good morning. What's that pick? No runs. It's a prop bet where you can bet that there's no runs, or there is a run in the first inning, or you could bet that the ends up in a draw, or one team wins or the other team wins. We were just discussing the difference between no run in the first and taking a draw. RNA Linens, what's the bets? I don't know. You tell me. We haven't put anything out yet. One day when the borders open up, hopefully soon, absolutely. I'd love to. John Pham, who do we got? Buffalo or Tennessee? I haven't got my lucky coin fired up and hot yet, so I haven't flipped it. But we'll get to that breakdown in a little bit. We're doing baseball first. Brandon, I loved Brisbane. I did my scuba diving certification in Brisbane. Did a couple shark dives off the coast there. Lamont, what game is that? I didn't give out a play on the no run in the first. We were just discussing the different options. But we didn't discuss it. Or, we didn't give out a play on it. We were just discussing the different options of different ways to bet. All right, so back to the Braves and Dodgers. Then we'll do the Rays and the Astros. Then we'll get to Tuesday night NFL football. So weird to say. GCP 16, what do I think about the under in the Dodgers game? First of all, it doesn't matter who the pitchers are. Betting an under in a Dodgers or a Braves game, statistically speaking, is a risky proposition. Now, granted, we've got Anderson and Kershaw on the mound. Kershaw did get roughed up in his last start. I think gave up 3 runs. Had a little rough outing against the Padres. Went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. Gave up 2 long balls to the old Padres. Had 6 strikeouts. Pitched a very clean game, no walks. But old Anderson's hot, boys. Anderson's gone 11 and 2 innings in his last 2 starts, both playoffs against the Marlins and the Reds. Plenty of time off. Guy hasn't pitched in 6 days? He's had 5 days off. He's given up 5 hits over 11 and 2/3 innings in his last 2 starts. No runs, 17 strikeouts, and only 3 walks. The thing with the over and under with the Braves and the Dodgers, for me personally speaking, is especially when you get a low total like we're going to get in this game. I'm going to pop it back up, but last time I checked, we were still sitting at 7.5. I would not be surprised to see this one go down to 7 at all. 7.5 minus $1.22 to the over, which means they're trying to make it 8 for obvious reasons, but they're not. Samir Harper says, I lost $100,000 on Oklahoma. That sucks. Welcome to the $100,000 loser club. As far as the total goes, my theory on these, anytime I'm taking an under on a Braves game, buyer beware. Anytime you're taking an under on a Dodger game, buyer beware. Okay, we've got Kershaw, we got Anderson on the mound. Should be 2 solid pitchers, right? Still cause for concern. You got the Kershaw curse aspect. Did it just start showing its head? Coming out just the other day, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings. That game ended up going over. That game ended up going over the total, that Padres game. They ended up putting up 11 in that game. Well, if you lost $100,000 on Oklahoma, feel free to go buy a package and we'll show you how to make some money, make it back. But as far as the total goes in this one, I would love to think that it's going to be a pitcher's duel. But I don't think it is. Mike, they give you plus money. The under's plus money. At Bet Online, the under is plus 102. Just depends where they make it. You know, if it was at 8, you're probably getting plus money. Bet Online is 7.5 minus $1.22. The under 7.5 is plus 102. As far as the total goes on this one, I'm personally not betting it. Okay, I'm again just like last night. If you guys remember in the total from yesterday, I gave you guys a lean. I haven't even circled Atlanta 8. I think is the play. Bobby Munoz says if he would buy the guaranteed NFL Sunday play, he'd be up $500,000. Fact, we're 5-0 on the year. 1 a week, we're up $500,000. He'd be up $500,000. Or $5, whatever, you know. I lean towards the under in yesterday's game. I circled it. I even, to emphasize that I actually really liked it, but I just couldn't trust it with both of these teams. Both of these teams can light up a scoreboard like no other. You've got the Atlanta Braves, who are the best come-from-behind team this year. being tied or down at the 7th inning or later. I think yesterday's win, because they were tied going into the 9th, I think that puts them, I'd have to go back and check, but it's either 20 or 21 wins on the year. Come from behind wins when they're not winning in the 7th inning. And then on the other hand, you have the LA Dodgers, who outscore opponents by over 130 runs on the season. In the 7th and 8th inning only. The Dodgers are outscoring opponents in just the 7th and the 8th inning alone by over 130 runs. Just those two stats there scare me into wanting to bet the under. Depends which package you're purchasing. For $100, if you're buying the 3-day package, you get 3 days for $99. Danny D-Rock says the Braves are not for the weak of heart. No, you have to understand. I mean, guys, the Braves have 35 wins on the season, right? 20 of them have come from behind victories. So you have to be able to stomach being down and know that your team's going to make that comeback later on. Mike Brown says, yeah, about to purchase myself, Kyle, as we speak. Fantastic. I look forward to working with everybody. It doesn't matter if it's the 3-day for $99 package, the combo package, the buy a year of premium plays, get a year free, the whole works. Good morning, William, tuning in via text. Thank you, brother. Matthew says, Kyle, what is your opinion on basing your wager on the total percentage of your bankroll? Like you bet 5% on your bankroll, and your bankroll is $200, so you bet $20. Bankroll management. Not only is this a very important topic, but it's a very sticky topic. Everybody's situation is different, Matthew. So to be able to, adequately answer that, you need to know. That's a very good starting point. But you would have to know, not just your bankroll is $200. What happens if you lost $200? Are you done betting forever, or are you just going to reload $200? What's your financial situation? Is that disposable income? Is that your only $200 that you have left to your name? There's so many different variables that you have to throw in the mix to find out what the best bankroll management strategy for you is. But that's not a bad starting point. Taking 5% of your bankroll, if your bankroll's $200, and putting, $20, that would be 10% actually. That wouldn't be 5%. 5% would be $10. Okay? So 20% would be, or 5% would be $10. 10% of a $200 bankroll would be $20. So if you're looking at doing a 5%, then you should be down to $10 a game, not $20. Richie says Kershaw was just scratched. I haven't seen that come across my screen, but if possible, then I love the play that we put out even more. Juan says, I just joined the premium play. How can I bet example equal money to all three teams? Yes, Juan, fantastic. And I actually saw, I think you commented asking about that, and I do apologize for not answering. As far as betting our games, the best way to bet our games is straight up. If you're betting $100 or say $300, break them up. Bet our games evenly, okay? And what we do today, do the same tomorrow. So plan your bankroll accordingly. If you're a $100 bettor, you bet $100 on the games we put out today. You do the same thing tomorrow. Okay, if we lose today, because guys, there's 546 people in here and growing, and I want to be the first to admit we're not going to be 100%. we're not going to be 100%. We're going to have losing days. Okay? Premium plays might have won yesterday. We don't know what the outcome is today, but one thing that I do promise you, we will put the best information, the best effort, because I'm actually betting the games. So one thing that I promise you is you're going to get games that I'm actually betting. Danny, you're killing me. But always bet the same. If we were to lose today, tomorrow, your bets better be the same. Don't back them down. Don't go smaller. You got to remain consistent. That's part of the consistency plan. If we lose a couple games today, and then tomorrow you pick and choose because you don't like what we put out, and we sweep the board, but you only bet one, or we go 2-1, and we have a winning day, but you only bet one, and you bet the loser, or you bet two, and you went 1-1, and you lost a little bit of juice. That's not consistent. So be consistent on everything that you do. It's the best way to do it, Juan. Okay? It's the best way to do it. Rowdy, is the premium play here free? I'm so confused on all the cool stuff you have to offer, but it's confusing. Can you explain some of it? I signed up but didn't get the free day. I tried, didn't work though. There is no free day. We didn't give out a free day. So I don't know what free day you signed up for or whose website you signed up on, but we don't have a free day. There's no free day for everybody. We have our packages. Do I give a premium play away for free? Sometimes, not every day. Yesterday I gave away a premium play for free. Today it may be a personal play. Today it may not be. Today it may not be. You know what I mean? Yesterday we had 3 plays that we put out. We went 2-1 on premium plays. We made money. I gave 1 out for free. 1 out for free. I gave out a free premium play yesterday, yeah. It was the over in the Saints game. That's right out of our package. But I don't just give all our premium plays or my personal plays for free. Matthew, what's the difference between premium and personal? Well, YouTube is my pet project for the company, okay? Joffrey, I actually give multiple free plays, okay? But it's not just read down the list and do it when you want. I'll make you a promise, Jeffrey, okay? When you have your own show and you show your ugly mug on YouTube on a daily basis and you build up somewhat of a following where you've got 538 people tuning in live, you can do it at your own pace, all right? If you want to model SBR and Odds HQ and just give out 50 plays a day and bet both sides, you know what the funny thing is, Joffrey, whatever your name is? Here's the funny thing. I don't have to shut the fuck up. But you know what I get to do? There's this cool little button. It's got 3 little dots next to it, right next to your name. I can remove you. I can hide you from the channel. I can put you in a timeout and give you time to think about your actions like a little fucking kid. Or I could add you as a moderator. Well, that ain't going to happen. So we're just going to hit the see you later button. Martine Jones says, you have a great personality, Kyle. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yes, for everybody tuning in, I will give free plays. And here's a fact. While we may not be able to see Joff the loser anymore, I promise you, he's still going to watch the live show because he wants those free plays. So while he's going to give us a thumbs down and he's still going to watch the show. So, Joffrey, thank you for tuning in and the view. But don't go anywhere. We have plays coming. Okay? Mad Capper, they never get to me, brother. You should know that by now. These guys don't get to me. I actually have fun doing it. That's like my fun part. All right, so Mike says, when I figure this sports things out, I aspire to be like or similar to Kyle. I appreciate that. All right, so back to whatever subject we were at. But again, back to the Braves and the Dodgers. As far as, and I know we get off topics and all of that, but I try and have fun. And guys, if you can't have fun at what you're doing, then, you're probably, you don't have the best job in your situation. Mr. Bayer says, like I said, Kyle majored in clown tossing, right? As far as this one goes, Kershaw pitching, Kershaw not pitching. Dodgers got a reality check in game 1. How long has this been live? We've been live for 2 hours shooting the shit. First hour and a half, we're just hanging out, bullshitting, questions and answers, story time, reading books, cookies and milk. But we're going to break down all 3 games today. Now, I may not have free plays for all 3 games, but we're going to break them all down. Aquan says, games aren't until later. Confused why they're rushing for free plays here. So here's the thing. People that have been with us forever. Back when it was, there's Aaron. Aaron's been with us forever. Back when we were just this little tiny show on a Thursday afternoon at 4:30 on the West Coast, 7:30 on the East Coast is what we used to do. There used to be like 15 or 20 of us. And our shows have always ran long, 2-3 hours for a live show. I want to be different than any other show out there. When you guys go watch another show out there, will somebody actually have a conversation with you that's on the other side of the computer? No. Little Dizzer was here. Absolutely. Then Mr. Brackens remembers it was Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Johnny K, I don't see it posted either yet. As far as what we do here, I want to be different. Aaron remembers when it was 30 to 50 max. Now we're at 543. I'm happy to report we almost hit 800 yesterday. We were at 799. We pegged out at 799. But I want to be different. I want to be able to converse with you guys. I don't care if we added a 0 onto it right now. I'm sure the comments would be going a lot faster if there was 5,800 people here or 5,400 people. And it would be probably hard for me to decipher the comments. But I would probably slow the pace of the show to keep reading them. Or I'd have somebody pop them up for me so that way I could see the ones that I needed to. I like reading every comment, not to be a moderator or anything of that nature, because I really don't. I don't want to moderate anybody. Kershaw Scratch, it just came across my screen through Stats LLC. A little delayed there, Stats LLC. Not sure what we pay you for. Gonsolin will start. Gonsolin will start game 2. Robert says, yes, I'm switching to the Braves in the over now. We already gave out the Braves. We gave them out last night. But as far as what we do here, I will always get to the games because that's what we're here for. But I just want to be different. I just want to be different. I don't want to be that one show because they're out there where they just go down the list and they're going to give you every game on the board. And then an hour later, they're going to have another show where some other jackass who doesn't even bet will go down the same list and give you the exact opposite. You'll never get that here. You get somebody that actually bets the games, and I prove it on a daily basis. I prove it on a daily basis. Braves will probably end up the line will probably shift from a dog to a favorite here shortly. They were plus 153 on the money line. They're now plus 109. Talk about being sharp and beating the closing line. There you go. Robert Major says, hey, you are the best. Love your picks. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're probably not the best out there, but I appreciate that. But I definitely inspired to bring you guys the best content. Jay Gonzalez, what's going on? Thank you. I appreciate that. The legend, that's what, I don't need to say his name, but that's what they do. They give out both sides, and that happens. They're live during the same time as us, but, I'm actually going to, 17 Clipper, don't worry, I'm not mad or nothing like that, but we don't, so one thing we don't let is the names of the other places get posted. We don't need to send anybody anywhere else. I know you're not doing it on purpose or anything like that, so don't worry, you're not in trouble. You're not frowned upon. You're all good in my book, brother. Just giving the disclaimer, but yeah, we don't I could see they were live during us, but I think they had like 20 people to our 500 and something, Daniel, no, we'll be talking about that one here in a little bit. We'll be talking about that one. We'll hit every game on the board today. There's only 3. Eventually, we'll get there. Danny D-Rock says, I need to moderate the next debate. I'd love to. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah, absurd. If your book dropped the game, it's just so that they can make the correction on where the line will be. They've already updated it at Bet Online. The Braves, it was plus 153. The first correction was to plus 109. They're now plus 108. The line's coming down. The Dodgers are now only a minus 118. I can't see how they even should be favored in this situation going up against Anderson, who hasn't given up a run in the postseason. Jay Gonzalez says, hit the thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. We definitely appreciate it when you guys do hit the thumbs up. Helps get our video trending on YouTube. But again, we'll always be different. Nobody will be able to come in here and rush us. There's other shows out there that get to the point a lot faster than we do. They go right down the list. But I promise you, they're not having as much fun as we are. All right? They might read your guys' comments. So-and-so says, take the Braves tonight. Or they might answer a question real quick, but they're not going to sit here during a live show and have a conversation with you guys. That's a fact. And I always want to be different. I always want to be personal. And I'm not just the man behind the screen. Completely different. No different if we were sitting in the barbershop. I ain't no different than either one of you guys that are out there watching. I'm human. I bet the games. I break down the games. And I've been in your spot. I'm no different than you guys. I'm a human being. And hell, if I had my wish, this would be like a 531 person iMessage or a FaceTime call where all of our faces were up there. If I had my way. If I had my way, and who knows, maybe we'll start bringing on, if you guys have a question that you want to ask live, but then again, we'll have to have like a moderator for that shit because the trolls will be coming in like crazy. But that would definitely be fun. But you had to do it and show your ugly mug just like I do. 17 Clipper says, should have put action on Kershaw. I actually switched with most sports books where they got rid of the listed in action. All of our stuff is always action. I have the capability to bring in a guest. Super easy. All I got to do is share a link with you guys, and you got to log in with a set of headphones and your iPhone. Actually, I don't think you need headphones on your end. I need headphones on my end, or else you get the double echo. And then the chat couldn't hear you. Augur Frost says, can everyone take a minute and hit the like button for the GOAT? Thank you, I appreciate that. Jay Gonzalez says, at work chilling with Kyle and the gang. Mike says, this means they trapped a lot of Dodger bettors at minus 175, right? You know, first of all, we don't know what the outcome of the game is going to be yet, obviously. But for the most part, yeah, a lot of Dodger bettors probably have minus 175 on it. And they're going, oh, shit. They could have got the run line right now at minus 1.5 at plus 160. Or the game at minus 118. Jay Gonzalez says, amazing packages. Kyle, show them the link. Okay. Mike Brown says, a lot of trolls Monday and Tuesday morning. Geez. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't just give everybody, the troll status right away anymore. I used to. I used to be quick to fire in the gun. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing that we have to understand. A lot of you guys did not start... throwing my Vibe Interactive board pen. A lot of you guys didn't just start off finding our live show first. A lot of you guys have been surfing YouTube, Google. You've been watching other people's videos or other people's shows, and you eventually find us. So when you watch other people's shows and you get used to that atmosphere and that feel and that environment, that's what you're used to. People that come here bitching, hey, what's the free play? What's the free play? Come on, speed it up, hurry up. You're just talking about bullshit. They're not used to the Cappers Nation way. They're used to what happens in other places where they go live for 30 minutes or an hour and they go down every single game on the board and they give you both sides. Most people are not used to our down-to-earth approach. Our less is more, let's have fun, let's be more informative, let's help out the average person watching environment. Most don't do that. Joe just said, I stopped in another show at halftime for shits and giggles, was only 21 people in there, and no one was chatting in there. They don't answer any of your questions, act like you're not even there. That's a fact. And we will always be different. I don't care if it was 5,000 or 15 people. Is minus 180 worth taking? Minus 180 on what? Will says, what's this guy talking about? I don't know. I don't know what subject we're talking about. We're just, we're reading books. Next up is Harry Potter Volume 3. Actually, I've never even watched a Harry Potter. I don't even know what the books are. All right, 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades Darker. That's coming up next, all right? We just read books. That's all we do here, Will. Scott says it's all about winners and learning something, right? The best way you could describe it, it's all about winners and learning something and having fun. Because if you can't have fun betting sports, then don't even bother. But I promise you, there's no having fun when you're losing. So if you're losing, you gotta reevaluate what you're doing to lose. That way we can make sure you're having fun. Harry Potter's your childhood? Well, then you're very young. Mike Brown says, when I get the 1 week package, I'll get your personal plays also for the week. Sorry, so many questions, but waiting till after the show, and I'm in. Mike, if you buy the combo package, that's 1 week of premium plays, 1 week of my personal plays. Yes, you get both. And then you also get Guaranteed Saturday, the UFC Max Fight Pick, which is the big guaranteed UFC fight pick. And then our big Sunday NFL winner, which is 5-0. Lil Dizzer says, you were honest and showed the bets you were placing. I was like, oh shit, this guy is for real. And, you know, I'm guilty. I get lazy and I get relaxed. I wouldn't call it lazy because I'm actually making the bets. I get relaxed. And sometimes I forget that you guys like seeing that. It doesn't matter if it's a loser or a winner. I don't mind showing it off. Unsirred, can I read Green Eggs and Ham? Sam, I am. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I actually played on a travel ice hockey team when I was a kid, and we were Green Eggs and Ham. That was our team name. So, I will show you my tickets. Hell, how many times have I logged in live to my betting account and actually mirrored the screen with our software and showed you guys me logging in, betting a game for $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever the case may be, $500 on a lean. I do it all the time, and I'll do it again, and I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep doing it, because that's the one thing different than us, than anybody else out there. There's not one other show that I know of where they actually will bet it live and do it consistently. Now, there's people out there that will say, hey, make a donation to my channel and I'll give you guys a free play and I'll bet it. It's a whole different story. They're not betting consistently. They're not betting daily. So, there's a difference between us and them. All right, so back to this game. And I love how we keep going in and out of the conversation of the games and everything that we do. It's what makes us special. Some people won't understand it coming from the other shows that are out there. Some won't understand our pace, the way that we do things. Mike Brown says, Kyle answers my questions and read my comments, and I haven't even bought a package yet. I will today because it takes me a while to make a decision. You know, here's the thing, Mike. We have another Mike, which I haven't seen in a while, and I'm actually going to reach out and send him a text message to make sure he's all right. Mr. Butler, if you ever watch, or if you're watching and you're just being quiet, I hope you're doing well, brother. We have a gentleman named Mike Butler who has watched us off and on since day one, since the very first live show. And the guy used to give me a hard time until he realized that I was legit and that I actually bet the games. And he has never bought a package with us. And this is going on years. He has never spent a single penny with him. Or a single penny with us. I will still take his calls, reply to his emails, reply to his text. I've had hours upon hours of phone conversations with him. Matter of fact, a lot of the key changes that we made on the show from when we first started to where we are now was because of constructive criticism from viewers like Mike and other people. And he's never spent a penny with us. And I will still take the time out of my day to treat everybody, every one of you, as if you were one of our paying clients, or one of our paying clients as if they were you. You guys are all humans. You guys all deserve to be treated properly. Not one person in here is better than the other. The guys that have spent $5,000 on the 2-year combo package, or the guys that keep spending $99 religiously every 3 days. You guys will all, or you haven't spent a penny. You guys will all always be treated the same here. Ronald Brown says if they can't be patient Tell them to guess the plays themselves. If either one or the other, you'll pick the winner or the loser. That's a fact. Joe says he asked the host of the show how much money he put on the game, and he picked. He wouldn't answer. That's generally what happens. Jeff says, speak for yourself. I like to treat Jeff a little on the rough side. Me and Jeff got that friendly banter back and forth. Sam Bell, tell another funny story. I will if the situation arises. I think we did enough storytelling for the day. All right, back to the games. So, if everybody doesn't know, we took the Braves earlier. We took them at plus 1.5. They were minus 130 when we put them out. Excuse me, 140. All right? It's now minus 180. I'm putting that on the board because that was what our daily free play was. If you miss the boat at minus 140, you're going to have to take the evaluation if you want to take them at plus 1.5 at minus 180, or lay off of it, or just take them on the money line at plus 108. I already bet the plus 1.5. Do I study on the teams? Absolutely. This is a numbers game. This is a numbers game, and who's hot. So big difference. And we'll put it up on the Vibe Interactive board because it's what we gave out earlier. And if you missed the boat on it, well, you snooze, you lose. But the Vibe Interactive board. We already took them. And it's good to beat the closing line. It's not the Raves, it's the Braves there, Vibe. All right? Somewhere I'll find the plus symbol. There we go. And when we did it, we got it at 140 because we put it out last night and we beat the Kershaw news. We beat the Kershaw news. And every time Kershaw pitches, subject to change due to back spasms. All right? Vibe Interactive Free Play Board. Right there. We got to get more on there. Randy C says, big bra, I remember when you only had 20 people in the live chat. Way to grow. Absolutely. And we're on the low side where we've been. 485, I'll take it. I love it. Yesterday we hit 799. One day we'll hit that 800 and then 1,000 and then who knows what will happen. But there's some stiff competition out there. There's a lot of live shows out there. And what's funny is we were the only ones doing 10 a.m. Eastern time. We were the only ones doing 10 a.m. Eastern time. Now there's a whole bunch of other ones that go live at the same time, or roughly the same time. You know, so I get it. You know, there's a lot of competition out there for everybody that does watch and does watch us. We're all very thankful that you choose to watch us. That you choose to watch us. We're very thankful that you guys do. Very thankful that you guys do. Tom Gonsolin's pitching for the Dodgers. Joe just posted in the comment section. Jay Gonzalez says, hit the like button. We definitely appreciate it when you do. Helps get our video trending on YouTube. Danny F says, good shit on that over yesterday. I'm glad I was able to deliver. You know, a lot of people, everybody was riding the under. I just didn't see it. The numbers didn't support it. The way both of those teams play, the defense, yeah, prime time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Drew Brees being overrated. Yada, yada, yada. The whole works. Jay Gonzalez says, great package, great knowledge from the whole squad. We appreciate that. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second. Nathan says, sorry about the Braves plus 1.5 minus 1,850. Is that worth taking? Juice only matters if you lose. If you lose, it's going to cost you because it is minus 180 now. We put it out earlier, and it was minus 140. The Kershaw news definitely changed that. Bobby, would I still be okay taking the Braves money line? I didn't bet the money line. I would think that the money line would be a tad bit safer right now, but I already bet it, and I already bet the plus 1.5, and that's what we gave out. Good fella Frank, can you comment on? I don't even know who they are. They claim they started the 10 a.m. What, are they upset that I go live and I draw a bigger crowd? Good fella Frank. I don't even know who they are. There's a lot of people that go live at 10 a.m. Eastern time. But again, they're free to go live, whoever they are, or whenever they want. I could care less. If they draw more than us, cool, fantastic, by all means. By all means. It's a free world. Daniel, am I still on the 1.5? I've already bet it. Yeah, I bet it last night when we put it out. Am I on the 1.5? Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely on the 1.5. No different. Nothing's changed. Well, cool. Enough about them. They don't get the free promotion. Any other comments about them? Other than the ones like Chrissy saying that they're a bunch of losers. I don't know if they are or not. I don't know who they are. But I do find it funny that the last couple days, people come in talking about them immediately after their live show. And they start getting shameless plugs in here when they draw nobody. I actually look to see who's on live when we are, to compare our numbers to everybody else. When you're getting 22 and we're at 590, big difference. But anyways, enough about everybody else. I'm sure he does a great job. I didn't know that was his site. I've never actually been to that one. I have no issues with anybody out there. Respect everybody out there. Douglas says, my online site will void that original play because the pitchers change. Your site honors the original line. Every single book in Vegas, as well as most offshores, all changed this year. They got rid of listed and action. Bet Online, 5 Dimes, all of those places, they don't have listed in action anymore. Casinos here in Vegas, they don't have listed in action anymore either. All right, guys, enough self-promotion for the other places. We don't need to give anybody any free advertising. Because to be honest, there's no such thing as bad advertising. You'll still drum up business for them, and we like all the viewers we can get here. Regardless if they're good or they're absolutely horrible. Just no shameless plugs. Douglas, yours does. So, everything that we bet in baseball is always action now. But again, please, no more shameless plugs. I don't care how bad they are. I know you guys are just trying to help us out. But there's no such thing as bad publicity in business. I learned that a long time ago. Don't matter how much shit somebody talks, one of you in here will go over there and buy a package, right? or leave our live show and go watch something else. Give me 1 second, folks. It's funny. We actually have software. This is funny, and I know it doesn't pertain to anybody in here. Actually, it probably does, because the douchebag is probably watching. But our website is actually pretty high tech and pretty secure. That we catch all the time one individual or two individuals attempting to use stolen credit cards, and we've actually traced them. He doesn't have access to anybody's other than he must work in the credit card industry or take sales from somebody, but he tries to buy packages on our website, and our system blocks them every time. He was just trying again. So we always protect everybody's credit card, even not our customers. So just had to block them real quick. Absurd. I'm going to ESPN. Your picks are lame. Fantastic. Definitely go to ESPN. Those guys will get you good. Good fellow Frank. Why isn't your office in your home? Because we have an office. We actually have employees. I don't know. Speaking of which, they are hiring 2 new employees. Absurd. I know you're joking. That's why I was playing along with it. We are hiring 2 new employees for our West Phoenix office. They actually hired 2 individuals before Corona, but they ended up not going through. We decided not to move forward with. But in the marketing, and then somebody in video production side. So I'll have more information hopefully tomorrow or the next day about it. Thank you. Got the frozen screen fixed. Bobby says, Kyle, are your personal premium plays tracked anywhere on the website? On the website, no. They used to be. The reason why they're not now is because we will ride certain teams, hot teams, this team, that team, certain trends, and it makes it easy for people to see exactly what we're doing ahead of time sometimes. Not always the case. We don't just take the same team and ride them over and over and over, but if they're hot, we definitely will. But if you take the time and the effort, I go over every single play that we put out in the videos that we produce the next day. And if for some reason we miss a video, we do the recap the very following day. So every game that we've ever given out is always discussed on the live shows or the daily free play videos. Ryan says, thought this was a Bills-Titans preview, not your marketing plea. Well, Ryan, let me tell you a little bit about how business goes, okay? Businesses are generally in business for profit unless they're registered as a nonprofit company, okay? And at that point, when you are for profit, obviously the company's main objective is to create sales. Create sales keeps my ass employed, also keeps the lights on, also keeps the 4 TV screens on the 4x4 board on, also keeps this free play board, which was a little over $5,000 for the Vibe Interactive free play board. Keeps those lights on, all right? So marketing plea, nah, don't worry. We're getting to the free plays. However, do we go over our packages? Do we answer questions? Do we converse? Sometimes do we talk a little bit about business? Yeah, and sometimes we're going to talk about your mama too, all right? Or we might talk about how I caught those fish last week, or naked man barging in grandma's room. If you don't like it, this is the best thing about not just America, because you may not be in America, because we have a lot of international viewers, and I love it. You have the right to hit that thumbs down button, hit the unsubscribe button if you're subscribed, and then you can leave. So if you don't like it, by all means, feel free to leave. It's your right, okay? Topset said, first time posting. I've been watching several shows. Thank you for the free content. Good stuff. Keep it up. I appreciate that. And good fellow Frank, one thing that we don't do here is political, religious, and how much money in your bank account or not in your bank account. We don't talk because not everybody's going to agree on who to vote for or whatever the case may be. So that's, the one thing that we don't do. Jose caught it, said, talk about your mama. And I don't like to give anybody the boot. You really got to be a real big asshole to get the boot. And maybe Ryan's coming from one of those other places that's used to just, hey, get on with it. No, good fella, you didn't know, so it's all good. Maybe Ryan doesn't know our vibe and how we work. So, Ryan, you're good. If you understand how we work, you'd probably have a different approach. If you're just here for, free plays, well, then you might want to come back and just watch the archive version. And then you can fast forward at your own pace. But we have a lot of conversations on topic, off topic, storytelling, reading books. No, we don't read books. You got to be literate for that. Illiterate? No, you can't be illiterate to read a book, right? Anyways, so Dodgers, Braves, everybody already knows. We gave out the Braves last night at +1.5, minus $1.40. If you missed the boat, you have to make the choice for your bankroll. If you still want to take +1.5, you're now going to have to lay, if you haven't already done it. If you haven't already done it, you're going to have to lay the juice at -180 to get the +1.5, or you just take them on the money line and hope it wins. Hope they win outright. Honestly, I think they win outright. I thought they were winning outright, but the juice at -140 was too good to be true. And I'm glad I hammered it and pounded it because we're going to make that easy money. Tyler says, is tonight one of those nights to be sneaky and bet on the Titans, since some may think the Bills run away with this? Well, we're going to do the Astros and the Rays, and I will pick up the pace, okay? We're going to do the Astros and the Rays, and then we'll jump right into the Tuesday night football game, because I know most people, that's what you guys want to talk about, and I want to talk about it too. But I'll be honest, the conversations we've had today have been way too good. I absolutely love what we've put out so far. Derek Davis says, I love this dude. Saved me from my Dodgers lean last night. We're going to save you from the Dodgers today as well, all right? So here, let me flash that board. We're going to jump into the Rays and the Astros. The Astros have to win a game. Sooner or later, they have to win a game, okay? They have to win a game. Is Game 3 going to be it? Not quite sure, okay? First of all, let's take a look at yesterday's game between the Astros and the Rays. Houston hit the ball fantastic. They had 10 hits. They only put up 2 runs. When you start taking a look at the stats, that Rays pitching staff had 3 walks. Obviously, most of them coming in the end. Charlie Morton pitched a flawless game in the beginning. 5 hits in 5 innings, no runs. He had 5 strikeouts and 1 walk. Astros batters were walked 3 times. They had 10 hits. They had 13 base runners touch first base. 13. They put up 2 runs. We should have hit the over. We should have hit the Astros team total over. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We didn't. That's okay. We're not going to cry. We're going to move on. Corey says, and I haven't read the whole comment, I only read the first line, and it's a pretty good one. It says, all the juice talk don't matter. All that matters is a win. So folks thinking a minus whatever is too high only matters on a straight bet. If it's a parlay, everyone bets way higher minus in the NFL and NCAA. 100% fact. My stance on juice, which is, the minus money that you got to lay. Juice only matters if you lose. Juice only matters if you lose. So if you don't lose, that juice doesn't matter. Give me one quick second, folks. Give me one quick second and I'll be right back with you guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just making the necessary adjustments. Okay, there we go. Gustavo says, I only put $100 on the Astros and the Rays over 8, but no luck. Well, first of all, I never bet the Astros. People were saying I gave out a free play yesterday on the Astros. I leaned on the Astros. But again, for the 500 and some odd people that are here, let me give a brief description, because I'm about to give you guys some leans. The difference between a lean and a free play. First of all, this board right here. It says free plays, winners. We like to call them winners, all right? In order to get on that board, they need to be a free play. They need to be something that I'm actually going to bet. A lean is not something I'm just necessarily going to go out and bet. A lean is exactly what it says. It's a lean. Something we're leaning on, all right? Means we're leaning towards it. Doesn't mean I'm betting it. Doesn't mean I'm breaking out my wallet and putting a stack on it. Means it's something that I like, but maybe it's something that I'm just not feeling enough to want to bet it. Timothy says, sorry, but I disagree. If you got minus 140 plus 1.5 to lay minus 182 to me, became a no play. Just me. Well, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Here's the thing. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. All right? And you're entitled to your opinion. Like I said, I gave the game out yesterday. All right? I gave out the game yesterday evening. So if you didn't bet the Braves when they were plus 1.5, minus $1.40, fade, follow, sit on your ass, don't bet. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I already bet the game. It doesn't bet the game. And Tim, I'm not mad. I'm just saying in general, you guys have a choice to make. You guys have a choice to make. If you miss the boat at minus 140, so sad, too bad, in my opinion. You have a choice. You can either lay 40 cents more at minus 180. You could take them on the money line at plus, they were plus 108. I haven't looked in a few minutes. But let's see. I would imagine they're going to end up as a favorite sooner or later. No, they're plus 122. The run line actually came down to minus 173, so it's getting a tad bit better. All right? The books are trying to correct their overcorrection. So you always have a choice. You can bet it at minus 173 right now at plus 1.5. You can take them at plus 122 on the money line, or you can fade and go the other way, or you can just kick back and not. You guys all have choices out there. Just because I'm giving out a free play doesn't mean you guys have to bet it. Fade, follow, do as you please, okay? Do your own due diligence if you want to, by all means. But I'm betting it. I already bet it last night. So I feel great about what we put out. Not only do I like our pitching matchup much better, I also like where the line went. So, again, leans are just leans. Free plays are something I'm going to bet. Now, there will be times where I take a lean and I bet it, but when I do, I will tell you. I will tell you. All right, so let's jump through these. We've been live for a little too long without going over the games, and I want to jump into all the games. Amir, we were just talking about the Braves free play that we put out because of Kershaw being out and the line change. But as far as the Rays and the Astros today, the Astros had plenty of chances. They actually had 13 base runners reach at least first base in game number 2 where they ended up losing. Okay, they ended up losing 4-2. They were shut out until the 6th where they put up 1. Timothy, I know you weren't. Gustavo, I did write on the board the over 8.5. I never said that I didn't. That was a free play. It wasn't a premium play. It wasn't one of my personal plays. It was a free play I gave out during the live show. I said I did not bet the Astros. I said I leaned towards the Astros, but I did not bet the Astros. I did not take the Astros on the money line. I did not take the Astros on the run line yesterday. I gave out the over 8.5 as a free play. It wasn't a premium play. The premium play that I gave you guys was the over 49 in the football game, minus $1.18. I said that I leaned on the Astros. I never said that I just leaned on the Astros and the Rays over 8.5. I put that on the board. I bet it. I have a picture of it. I can show you. I take a picture after every show of the live board because you never know what disappears. The big one hit, and I even said this is a premium play. But again, leans I don't always bet. Free plays I always bet. Alan, we'll get to the Bills and the Titans as soon as we're done with the Astros and the Rays. But as far as this game goes, Brad, you're killing me. The only dumb questions are the ones not asked. But again, I understand. As far as the game today goes, first of all, Rays laying $1.11 on the money line. Astros plus 101. Total, again, over and under 8.5. There's a little bit of juice attached to it, minus $1.17. Jerry, good morning, sir. As far as today's game, Yarbrough on the mound against Jose Urquidy. Jose got clipped in his last outing against Oakland. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. He gave up 4 home runs against Oakland in that game. Greg says, let me tell you, I've been watching sports shows like this for a long time, and I can tell you there is very few decent ones on the air, but nothing like Kyle and Cap Nation, by far the best out there. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Definitely. They had so many opportunities to push that game over, and it just never happened. Good fella Frank. Yes, everybody, not everybody, but some people expect me to win every single game out there. Before Jose Urquidy's last outing, the guy was on fire. He was going 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits. In his game against Oakland, he didn't get in trouble by walking batters. He only gave up 5 hits, but 4 of them were long balls. That's the problem. That's the problem. Does he have a bounce back today? The Astros are hitting the ball, and they're hitting the ball exceptionally well. Okay? They're hitting the ball exceptionally well. The Rays, not so much. They had 4 hits in their game yesterday. They got lucky and they put up 4 runs. They had 6 hits in game 1 and they won 2-1. They've had 10 hits in 2 games. Now, I like their pitching matchup today. I do favor the Rays today. But as of right now, I don't have a bet on it. The Astros are primed and their bats are hitting. They're just not getting that timely hit with a runner on base. If you can't get a timely hit when you have runners in scoring position, you can't score. You can't score, you can't win. Amir says, I can't understand how the Astros had 10 hits with 2 runs. They also had 3 walks, 3 batters walked, so they actually had 13 base runners reach first base. They only put up 2. Usually doesn't happen that way. Goodfellow Frank says, Sunday you said you only trust a few teams to cover that 7, and that changed my whole mindset and helped me out so much. It really makes sense, especially now with no fans in home field. Appreciate that. What are they saving Greinke for? God, who knows? They must have either Greinke's injured, not feeling good, or they just have zero faith in him. Because the way the postseason works this year, there's no days off until the World Series. Every postseason series is playing back-to-back-to-back days. It doesn't matter if there's 7 games. If they go 7 games, there's no rest. Game 1, Game 2 is today, or yesterday. Game 3 is today. Game 4 is tomorrow. Game 5, 6, and 7. There's no rest in between them. So you're saving Greinke for Game 4, for your elimination game? And then what? You can't use him again because Game 7, if you even made it that far, would only give him 2 days rest. Jay Hughes says the Astros can't cheat their way through this one. It's not about cheating. They've gotten 10 hits. They had the opportunities. They just couldn't connect at the right time. The Astros are hitting the ball probably better than any team in baseball right now. Any of the 4 teams left, the Astros are hitting the ball just as good as the Braves. The no rest is dumb. It's because they're trying to speed it up. They're trying to speed it up. When they get to the World Series, they'll have rest. So the managers, they have a big decision when it comes to pitching. Why certain players are not playing or pitching right away. And Corey, I do agree with you. Jose Urquidy is definitely pitching better in his last 5 outings than Yarbrough. And the Astros are hitting way better. Double plays. It just comes down to a timely hit. When you start getting a timely hit with runners in scoring position, then you start moving the ball around and putting runs up on the scoreboard. Eventually, the Astros bats will start cracking. It'll probably be today. That's why I'm not betting it as of right now. That's why I'm not betting it as of right. That may change by the time we put out our plays. Okay, that may change before we put out our plays. That's not the reason why they're holding Greinke off. Greinke's been known to do that. Greinke is a very special, and when I say special, I'm actually being serious, special individual. If there's somebody that's, I actually think it's been out that he's like borderline autistic or very individual. Greinke is trolling the players, throwing the signs of what he's given. Gave up a 3-run home run. It didn't matter. They still won. If you got the Astros at plus 550, I would have bet them. They were never plus 550. Might be plus 550 to win the series. So you might want to see what you're betting. Because you might have bet the series or the World Series odds. The Astros are plus 550 to win the series. So you didn't bet today's game. You bet for them to actually come back and win the series, just so you know. The Astros are plus 550 to win the series, not today's game. But I highly doubt they're withholding Greinke because he was throwing the signs. Greinke has done that from time to time to be a smartass. That's Greinke. That's his personality. Right or wrong, I was dying. Plus 550 is to bet the series. People make mistakes all the time. But as far as this one goes, I go back and forth on the total. If the Astros are getting those hits with runners in scoring position, a timely hit with runners in scoring position, that game would have went way over yesterday. Again, in today's matchup, I don't have anything on this game as of yet, okay? The capability Yarbrough has to go 7 innings. Can he go 7 innings? Yes. The likelihood, slim to none. He'll go 5, maybe 6 innings today. The Rays will go to their bullpen just like they always do. If he gets in trouble, they'll go to the bullpen early. His last outing on the 8th, 5 days ago. So he's got 4 days rest against the Yankees. He went 5 complete innings. Gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 home run, 1 walk. He only had 1 strikeout, ground ball pitcher. That definitely doesn't play into the favor of the way the Astros have been hitting. But, again, as far as the total goes on this one, I do side and lean towards the over. Okay? I do lean towards the over. But again, just because I lean on the over 8.5, because I think they get those timely hits today, doesn't mean I'm actually going to be betting it. I might later, but as of right now, I'm not. The over will probably hit this time, yeah. I'm right there with you. Now, let's change gears. Because we've been live for way too long. We haven't even got to the NFL yet, and I love it. But let's talk the Bills and the Titans. Didn't think this game was going to happen. Got postponed, got canceled, got rescheduled. Here we are. Bills 4-0 on the year. Absolutely flying high. 3-1 against the spread. 3 wins and a push if you bet the over on the Bills game. If you had bet the Bills money line, you are 4-0. If you have bet the Bills against the spread, you're 3-1 on the year. If you bet the over, you're 3 wins and a push. If you bet the Bills money line and the over parlay, you've cashed all of them. Now the Titans 3-0 straight up. 0-3 against the spread. 2-1 to the over. We have cashed up on both teams. We have won on both teams. Most notably against the Vikings and the Titans, specific play I gave you guys. They were laying 3, and I said we are playing them on the money line. It was a premium play, if you remember their last game. Reading through some of the comments. I agree with you guys on the Astros hitters. As far as this game goes, between the Bills and the Titans, first of all, they did play last year. Very low scoring, 14-7 game. The Bills got the job done. The time before that, it was a low scoring game, 13-12. But keep in mind, that was a different Bills team. That was a different Titans team. Okay? Much different teams. Might have had the same people at the helm at Buffalo. Buffalo is shaped into a very quality and a scary team. The Bills are definitely transpiring into a very top team in the AFC East. As far as both teams go, first of all, Buffalo 8-2 against the spread on the road, against a good team with a winning percentage of 60% or more. Tennessee just 2-8 against the spread at home versus an opponent on a winning streak of 4 or more games. Josh Allen is definitely a beast. And he loves throwing the ball deep. And he can definitely do it. Buffalo 7-0 to the over on a winning streak of 4 more games. Underdogs in this matchup are 7-1-1 against the spread in their last 9 games. Their last 9 games in this series, the underdogs have been cleaning house. Bills laying 3.5 is the current number, plus 105, which means you can actually get them at BetOnline at -3, minus $1.20. The Titans, plus 3.5 is minus 125. Over and under 51.5. John says Josh Allen will outrush Henry today. Let's take a look at the numbers, guys. Let's go side-by-side comparison, all right? First of all, you've got Buffalo averaging 30.8 points a game. The Titans 26.7. Both of these teams have been high-scoring offenses. Their defenses giving up points as well, and we're going to go over that after, all right? The Bills averaging 93 yards on the ground, 3.7 yards per carry on average. As far as their passing game, they're averaging 316 yards in the air, 8.5 yards per passing attempt. That's against the likes of Vegas, the LA Rams, the Dolphins, and the Jets. Level of competition that Buffalo has faced to get to 4-0, I'd have to say is not extremely tough when you factor in the fact that they played the Jets and the Dolphins in Week 1 and Week 2. The Week 3 win over the Rams, let me tell you, I'm still salty about that one. 35-32, a very late pass interference flag on 4th down, a very questionable flag being thrown. So many people saying it shouldn't have been thrown in that situation that late and that late in the game. On that exact play, if they don't get that first down from that PI call, the game is over. They go on to win and they crushed us. We had the Rams in that game plus the points. They came out to a big lead. The Rams defense shut them down in the second half. The Rams offense absolutely picked apart the Bills in the second half. The Bills were lucky to get away with that win. Without a pass interference call, a questionable one at that, on 4th down, late in the 4th quarter, the game is over. All they got to do is go out there and Goff just got to kneel the ball one time and it's game over. As far as this game, taking a look at the Titans and their offensive numbers, averaging 129 yards on the ground, 3.8 yards per carry. They run the ball a lot more, but the average is the same. Jay Gonzalez, I will definitely see the email as soon as I get off the live show. Appreciate that. They're averaging 263 yards in the air, 7.6 yards per passing attempt. They don't run as many. They run more offensive plays than the Bills do on average. Not many, about 8, 9. When it comes to the defensive side of things, when it comes to giving up the points, they're pretty close. Bills give up 25 points a game. Titans 24.7 on defense. When it comes to rush yardage, he's on the injured reserved COVID list. The same thing with Kamara, Davis, Borders, Blazing Game. I believe those are, and Simmons are the only ones on the COVID list for the Titans. Oh, and Pruitt on the COVID list. When it comes to the defensive numbers, the Bills giving up just 101 yards a game on the ground. The average giving up 4.4 yards per carry. Within the next hour, premium plays will be posted on the website, and premium plays you always log in and get on the website. My personal plays I text out, premium plays, and everything else you get right on the website. We don't ever email out plays. The Bills giving up 281 yards in the air to opposing offenses, 7.1 yards per passing attempt. They're +1 on turnovers. Titans +5 on the turnover game. Titans have definitely won the turnover battle in their 3 games that they've played. The problem with the Titans defense is they've been giving up run yardage. If you want to run the ball against the Titans, you can. That's against the likes of Denver, Jacksonville, and the Vikings. Not very stiff competition. I mean, between those 3 teams, they don't have very many wins. They're giving up 166 yards on the ground, 5.8 yards per carry. 256 in the air, 7.3 yards per passing attempt. If you don't think today that the Bills' game plan is to use Devin Singletary and run the ball, which will open up the play-action pass for old Josh Allen down deep, you're absolutely nuts. It definitely will, and it'll be a big part of their game plan. It will also open up run opportunities for old Josh. And we know he's capable of moving those long legs down the field when needed. Against Miami, he had, 4 rushes for 18 yards. He will definitely have that run game in their playbook today. They average 25 rushing plays a game. I would look to see that one a tad bit higher. I would not be surprised to see Buffalo in that 30 to 35, closer to the 35 range when it comes to rushing attempts in today's game. Because if they can establish a run against the Titans defense that gives up a lot of yardage, 5.8 yards per carry, 166 in the ground, it will definitely open up some big plays downfield for Josh Allen. Singletary through 4 games, 212 yards on the ground. He's got 1 touchdown. As far as this one goes, Titans have had 1 practice in 2 weeks. Do you hammer the Bills? That's what they want you to think. Here's the thing. Obviously, the line right now, at least BetOnline, and that's who I use. I mean, I have a local guy as well, and I have stuff like that. But for BetOnline, for the show, we're sitting at 3.5 at plus money, 105. You can get 3 at minus 120. If you're going to be taking the Bills, I'd rather take them at 3 than 3.5. The Titans have not really played anybody, and they've struggled. They've struggled to cover the spread. They had a 16-14 victory over Denver. They had a 33-30 win over Jacksonville. And they had a 31-30 lead over the Vikings. Aaron, am I going to tweet? If I do, tweet what? As far as Johnny K says, we're all in. He's headed to the links to spread his wings. Have fun. As far as this one goes, you have a few options. You can lay the juice and buy him down to $1.20 and get him at 3. Or you could take the Titans at plus 3.5, which I don't think is the play, and I'm not playing that. Or you can opt to take the Bills on the money line. The Bills have had a couple close calls against questionable subpar teams. Yes, they had that 10-point victory over the Jets in the week 1, 27-17. Against the Dolphins, they won by a field goal, 31-28. If you remember, they let the Dolphins back in it. The Rams the Rams, they got lucky by virtue of a late flag. And then against Vegas, they just put the beat down on them. 30-27. 30-23, actually. It wasn't a beat down. Beat them by a touchdown. This is actually a personal play of mine, so if you're on my personal plays, you will be getting this one as one of your plays today. But I am taking the Bills, but I'm taking them on the money line. Okay? I'm not laying the points with them. If your option is only lay the points or money line, like if you can't bet the money line, maybe a teaser is a better option for you. Maybe you tease the under, as I don't think we see in the 60s here or in the high 50s. I think the defenses can give up a lot of points, so the total does scare me. Okay, the total, I'm putting that out there. The total does scare me. I think that the defense on both sides can air out the ball, and both of these quarterbacks can air out the ball with the best of them. But again, back to the side, free play. I am taking the Bills on the money line. It's minus $1.70, and I'm going to put it up on the board. We're taking Bills money line. And that's one of my personal plays today. I gave you guys a premium play yesterday. Give a personal play today. And remember, if you want the rest of my personal plays, which there will be more, baseball and football, you're going to have to get on board. Same thing with premium plays. Can I ask what a teaser is? Teaser is when you tease it down or up. They give you lay a little more juice and they give you points. But it's usually, you got to bet at least 2. So it's kind of like a parlay, but they're giving you points. The odds are, the juice is a lot higher. I definitely think the Bills is the play today. I'm betting them, but I'm betting them on the money line. The Bills have shown that they can't close out games so far in the season. The fact that they actually allowed the Rams back in it when we were betting on the Rams, the Bills shouldn't have won that game, and they got lucky. That late PI call. But the fact that they allowed the Rams back in it is a whole different story. John, any lean on the Bills first half money line? No lean on that one. No lean on that one. Marco says Bills Braves parlay. I don't recommend a parlay. You want to be successful, bet straight up. Now, a fun money parlay, maybe. Maybe. But what the Bills have shown me is they can jump out to a good lead, and they're going to let teams come back in it. They let the Dolphins back in. They let the Rams back in. They let the Raiders back in. Okay? Aaron, you and your Sharks. All right? You and your Sharks. Boo to the Sharks, all right? Just teasing you, Aaron. Everything to me points towards the Bills. I will be betting the Bills, but I'm betting them on the money line. I'm not taking them on the against the spread. I'm not laying the 3. But if you only have the option between money line and lay the 3, then I lay the 3. But my free play is on the money line. Okay, lay the points at your own risk. But again, Christy, I do agree. I was on the Rams that day. I had a parlay that paid like $12,000 that I showed on the live show. And the only thing left was the Rams money line. Jay Hugh, if you don't have the option to go for the money line in this game, your best bet, open up an offshore, open up a place. If you want more information, right here. I didn't even know it was on the Vibe Interactive board. Right here. Go read our website right here. All right? Right there. Okay? So, again, Bills money line all day long for me, minus $1.70. I would not be surprised, folks, to see this potentially higher right before kickoff. Right before kickoff, I would not be surprised to see this line move on us. As far as the numbers go, a lot of people were on the Titans, and that's shifting. That's shifting. As of right now, 74% against the spread are on the Bills, just 66 taking the money line. We'll join the 66 and we'll bump that number up. Bob Culprit, your bookie is at 4, then I'd take the money line. If you can't bet the money line, then I'd open up another book or find another book that gives you that option. Yeah, premium plays are not posted yet, but they will be. And when you do log in to get them, you go back to the website. As Timothy just said, fire the bookie, right? Fire the bookie. Premium plays will probably be up within the next half hour, I would imagine. They're usually up before the live show, except when we have later games. There's no rush. We always try to confirm certain players are playing or not playing, especially with COVID protocols in the NFL and stuff like that. Because obviously, let's be honest, if Josh Allen somehow tested positive today and he was out, it would probably change how we were betting this game. I could promise you I wouldn't be taking Matt Barkley as the backup for the Bills on the money line if that was the case. I mean, I love Matt Barkley. I mean, you guys know I'm a USC Trojan fan, so there's that one. Sorry to make you guys wait 5 million hours for 2 free plays, but I hope you guys did enjoy the live show. All the communication back and forth, I absolutely love. And, you know, somebody has made a suggestion the other day that we need to do a questions and answers more often, and we kind of had that flow rolling. So maybe we'll do that and make it a stable part, because I know there's ways to bet. There's this, there's that. You guys have questions, and sometimes they don't get answered because you guys don't think it's the appropriate time or whatever the case may be. But by all means, the only dumb questions you don't ask are the ones, or the dumb questions are the ones you don't ask. There's no dumb questions here. Joe says, Lions moving, you've got some juice. I wouldn't necessarily say minus 170 on the money lines juice. If you were taking them on the spread and laying the points, you're still going to lay $1.20 to get 3. So it's straight value. Straight value. And remember, juice only matters if you lose. And the line actually opened up at minus 180. So by waiting, we've actually got a better line. By waiting, we actually got a better line. When the line opened, it opened up at minus 180. The Bills were a minus 180 favorite. Mike Smith, Kyle, any chance of a scheduled definite live betting show on Saturday or Sunday for football, kind of like what we were doing in the beginning with the live wager show? It's possible. I'm hoping to. It's a lot of work to do the 2 in a day, but it's possible. I'm working on it. We'll probably do one here very soon. It's more of a trial phase for that one, to see if it's something that works. Now, if we're going to get 400, 500, 600, or 1,000 people in it, then yeah, we'll definitely do it. But if it's only going to get 30 to 50 people in the middle of the games, then I don't know if we will. But then again, it has to be something that you build. You know what I mean? It's like this. We didn't just wake up overnight and have 400 people, 500 people for the whole show. Titus says, who's still here after the free plays? I am until the end. Thank you, Kyle, for another great day. Barbershop Talk. You know, and I appreciate that. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you're here just for the free plays and you're one of the ones that want to rush us to say, hey, what's the free play? What's the free play? Or you're somebody like Titus that's here from start to the beginning. You know, I appreciate everybody that views. It don't matter if you give us a thumbs up. We are so appreciative when you guys do. When you help get our video trending on YouTube. We definitely appreciate it. If you're one of the individuals that gave a thumbs down, that's your right. There's 8 thumbs down. But I could tell you, we had over 500 and some odd people here. Andrew, 799 yesterday. Don't discredit us. We could almost round up and say 800. All right, we had 799. We had 799 yesterday. I don't know what we're at yet, but as soon as I get off the live feed, it'll show me what our max was. Justin says, damn, 400 only 122. We were over. I think we hit 600 a couple times. Ruby, it may be a value. And as far as me taking it, I don't have a play on it. Not yet anyways. Ty Clinton waiting for a game of the year. We haven't lost one of those yet. Hey, Ty, one thing you might want to look into is the big Sunday NFL play. We're 5-0, brother. We're 5-0 on those. And remember, actually, I think it was Mike asking, there's no promo codes to enter for any of the packages. There's no discount codes out there or anything like that. And remember, you want to jump on board, 3 days, $99, nice trial. Same thing with the combo package. Mike Zeal, when do your personal plays get texted out, and when the premium plays should be out within about a half hour. It takes me about a full hour to get all the games out for myself, my personal clients. So about in the next hour and 15 minutes, I'll have them all out. We'll be all wrapped up. Yes, Sunday is always any guaranteed game that we put out, guaranteed to win, or you get the next one free. Those are always standalone games unless we include them in a package like the combo package that we have, where you get the Sunday play, the guaranteed Saturday included in that package. Other than that, they're not included in premium or personal or anything like that. They're all standalone games because we do put our guarantee on them. First King, we're somewhat in agreement. Jay Gonzalez, is the Sunday play alone available? Or is available alone? Yeah, it's $50 for the big Sunday play. You get it right on the website, and you click on the they probably haven't put it back up, but I'll put it back up because what happens is once the game goes off, they pull the package down, so that way people don't accidentally buy it when the game had already gone off, then they wouldn't get it. But I just put it back up there because it's a new week. The Sunday package is on there. But the Sunday, you only get one game. You just get our big NFL Sunday. You don't get all of our games on Sunday. That's just the one guaranteed play. That's just the one guaranteed play. Don Chain says, turn up your mic. I'm sorry, Don, you're probably going to have to turn up whatever hearing device you're using, because we had like 600 some odd people here, and you're the only one that asked me to turn up my mic. And we're very close to the audio peak warning level. I mean, literally, we're on the cusp of it. Yeah, it's up now. I just put it up. Absurd, you should be able to see it now. They took it down on Sunday as soon as the game starts, so that way people don't buy it. If you buy the combo package, you don't have to buy the Sunday play. The Sunday play is included in the combo package. So if you buy the combo package, don't buy the Sunday play. It's already included. It's already included. Is there a game of the year in football? Game of the years or game of the years? As of right now, not yet. And remember, game of the years are subject to something that I want to go put 25, 50K on. Gustavo, what do I mean when I say standalone? Standalone means it's not included in like premium plays. If you buy a premium play package, the guaranteed Saturday is not in it. You can buy that guaranteed Saturday play all by itself. Or sometimes we have them included in packages like the combo package. Or there's a package that includes premium plays, my personal plays, guaranteed Saturdays, and my game of the weeks. Mike Roth, I like that. I like that combo right there. That might be a nice tease right there. El Negrito says the sound is good. I appreciate that. And we're always striving to make the audio better, the video quality better, the backgrounds better, everything better. Absurd, you're not dummy. It's okay. Our website's confusing at times. Our website's confusing. All right, guys, I do got to run. Premium plays will be on the website here in a little bit. If you guys sign up, great. If you don't, no big deal. And remember, we will be live tomorrow. Same time, same place, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 Pacific. So don't miss out. All right, don't miss out. We have college football tomorrow. Hot diggity dog, football 7 days a week, baby. Coastal Carolina and the Raging Cajuns, who are laying a touchdown tomorrow with a total of 58.5. We're going to go over all that one. Lance actually says, let's get some love on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. Here's a link to my Twitter. Like, retweet. We definitely appreciate it. Let's build the Twitter as big as we build this. And let's have a good time. All right, guys, I post free plays on Twitter from time to time as well, or in-game betting and that stuff. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. We'll all be live again tomorrow. Maybe not as long-winded tomorrow. Maybe some more story time, some question and answers. But most importantly, we're going to break down all of tomorrow's games, which we'll have 2 baseball and a college football. But we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, we're going to have a lot of fun, so we'll see you guys all live tomorrow because making money is having fun, right? And I know if I make it fun, that means you're making money, so that's all that matters. When do I start scouting for possible games of the year? When schedules come out, I always try and keep ideas, and then obviously as things get closer, injuries, scheduling, lines, how the teams have been performing, all of that stuff starts getting factored into the equation. So there's so much that will go into something like a game of the year, either for myself personally, if I put out like a personal play game of the year, or if the company does their game of the year. There's so much that's involved in it. We won't just put one out, and we showed that in the NBA. We didn't just put it out. We didn't even have an NBA game of the year this year. We weren't feeling one. Bubble play was unpredictable. And one thing that I promise you guys, if I'm not going to go put $25K on a game or more, we're not going to make it a game of the year. So I'll never risk it for you guys because I know when I put one out, you guys absolutely murder it. They sell off the shelves, so as from a selling standpoint, it would be worth us to have one. But if I lose one, I don't want to lose one of those for you guys. We've never lost one, and I want to keep remaining undefeated. So rather than flip a coin, we'll just not have one. Kind of like my game of the week last week. I didn't have one. Rather than put one out, I sell them, I make a bunch of money. I didn't want to put out a game that I won't go bet. I'll never do that to you guys. Never do that to you guys. First King gave out the Braves, which was given out last night. And then we're taking the Bills on the money line. Money line came down from minus 180 where it opened to minus 170 now. I'm sure we'll probably push that. We did. Bet online, we pushed it to 175 already. But we took the money line at minus 170. To me, the value is in 170 in the money line, minus 3 at minus 120. I'll lay the 50 cents more and have to win the game outright, knowing the fact that the Bills have played a bunch of close games so far and games where they let other teams come in. Kate, thank you for posting that. All right, guys, I am out of here. Great show. Absolutely loved it. I look forward to working with each and every single one of you, be it free plays in the live shows or if you sign up with our company at cappersdirect.com. All right, guys, good luck. We'll see you guys all tomorrow, and have a great day. All right, guys, good luck, everybody, and always bet within your means. Take it easy, everybody.